It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom-led pilgrims from Plymouth Bay, Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin Wharf, Fenway Park, North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Hey, hey, hey. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day out there. I hope your feet are on the ground because it's absolutely insane what's going on out there. Causey, I guess, Mr. Cosgrove, decides, I guess, that, like, the rules aren't for him. He's going to court today, right? Today. Aidain's got court. Yeah, no rush. No rush. No rush. So Aidain's got court. And 2 hours before court, all this information, and I mean a bunch of it, that was supposed to be provided weeks ago. Weeks. Just shows up. All of a sudden, boom, there it is. Hey, Gail, give some time. Just let people come on in. They ain't gonna flood in, but they'll be bebopping in. I figure I'd stream Aidain's trial. Otherwise, I was expecting to be on the ground today. I expected to be out there in the cold, and I was all ready for it. Got my long johns out, washed them up. I mean, I'm ready to go. And I would have done it outside today for you guys, like I do all the time. That's just how that works. You know that. But today it's virtual, so we get to stream it. Can't record it, but you can stream it. Supposedly, those are the rules. I don't know. No idea. All right. Well, that's cool. Wow. So let me show you guys real quick what I'm dealing with here. Can I pull it up? I can. So check this out, guys. You'll like this one. See this right here? This is my there's nothing on here. So this is my policy right here. Right? I have no tickets. I have no accidents. I have a perfect driving record. And yearly, it's $2,292. So that's $2,300. So I didn't think nothing of it. I just kept paying my insurance, paying. And I had my Z registered, and that's an 85. And I switch it over to this. This is 2012, and my policy went up by $10. I'm like, oh, that ain't bad. And I looked at it. I was paying the same premium on my old car, on the Z 80 in the 1985 Z, and that's basic coverage. No tickets, no accidents, no nothing. Perfect driving record. Actually, um, I have high speed defensive driving that I have from the academy. I passed. So like I have actually higher skill level of driving than say the average person in on the racetrack. So I I don't know what they're charging me for. You know, the lady she spoke with says, "Well, you're due. You're due for an accident." I'm due to die also, lady. Just didn't happen today. Trice, I am just complaining about the car insurance rates in Massachusetts and what they're allowed to charge. I own that car. I have basic insurance on it. Basic, just basic. And that's not like replacement value. That's just insurance because you need it. It's ridiculous. Unreal. So, do I dare open Twitter and check out Twitter and what's going on there? Do we? I know, I know. Watch this. I'm careful, very careful here, guys. All right. Sorry. Commonwealth versus Aidain Kearney. Commonwealth memorandum in opposition to Attorney Bedrow's affidavit in support of motions to disqualify, etc. No surprise, Kate posted this. So, let's see what this says. Yeah, of course. See that StreamYard, man? I click on another window. I have to stop this tab and then open the new tab with the window I opened. It's kind of ridiculous. StreamYard, get it together. All right. How's that for you guys? You guys see that good? Yeah. Gail, I should be paying, I pay five, maybe $600. I only have a parking ticket, no speeding tickets, no accidents, nothing in Massachusetts. It's at 2:15. Aidain's coverage today. I'm sorry, Aidain's court today is at 2:15, and I will be streaming it. I have permission, written permission, to stream the trial. So you guys don't got to go nowhere. Cosgrove going to read what happened. Cosgrove, Trish, Cosgrove just threw a whole bunch of stuff at Aidain and his team 2 hours before court. They just threw it at him. Here you go, an hour ago. Here you go. Here's all the stuff. We're going to read it right now. Chances are, Bradel hasn't even read this. Not with his own eyes. He's got people that can read this for him. But let's see what it says. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Aidain Timothy Kearney. This case is specifically signed to Judge Bellows. Commonwealth memorandum in opposition to Attorney Bedrow's affidavit in support of motions to disqualify. Yay. The defendant, Aidain Kearney, filed an affidavit in support of motions from attorney Mark Bedrow. As with previous Bedrow affidavit, henceforth, BA, the motions are phantoms. There is no memorandum of law accompanying the non-existent motions. The Commonwealth infers that the affidavit in support is intended to serve all three functions, and assuming arguendo that this court consists to accept it as such, the Commonwealth offers the following response. So first off, they're saying that it doesn't exist and that it's just a ghost memorandum. That's kind of weird. I've never heard of this word. A-I-G-U. Hold on 1 second, guys. Where is it? A-I-G-U. A-I-G-U-E-N-D-O. What does that word mean? Latin term meaning for the sake of an argument. Okay. In legal writing, what's it mean? All right. Use of arguendo is not limited to courtrooms. It can also appear in legal writings, such as briefs and opinions. By using this term, legal professionals can effectively communicate that they are considering various angles of an argument without committing to the truth of those angles. Wow, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Hey, this Donkey. What's up, Donkey? This Pat. Hi, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Just going over the response right now, and then we're gonna jump into Aidain's thing. This is crazy town. This is absolutely insane, people. The defendant first asked the court to preclude the Norfolk County DA's office, henceforth NDA, from appointing another special prosecutor to docket number case due to its irreconcilable conflict with witness Lindsay Giannetti. That request is moot, as the district attorney's office has since entered a novel presquale on that case. Another freaking Latin word. I have no idea what it means. The defendant remains free, of course, to contest the validity of that novel presquale by litigating whether the NDA's alleged irreconcilable conflict disabled it from that action and insisting on the revival of that incident, but so far be whom no sign of doing so. All right. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. I don't know that word. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let's find that one out. Hold on. P-R-O. Using all these big Latin words. Novel presquale is a legal term meaning to be unwilling to pursue a case. It is used by prosecutors or plaintiffs to end a criminal or civil case voluntarily without an acquittal. Huh. Used for prosecution's declarations that they are voluntarily ending a criminal case before trial or before a verdict is rendered. It is kind of a motion to dismiss and contrasts with an involuntary dismissal. All right. My head's kind of upside down. Where's Melanie? Melanie has this stuff on lock. Oh, my goodness. Donkey, thank you so much. Goodness. Donkey, thank you, my God. Thank you, my friend. Wow. I appreciate that, big guy. That means a lot. Next, the defendant asked this court to disqualify Special Prosecutor Cosgrove from docket number, case number, because of his alleged irreconcilable conflict with Miss Giannetti. Much has been said in previous filings with respect to Mrs. Giannetti, and she said herself, with prior leave of this court, has filed a number of pro se documents. All of that pays examination, but the Commonwealth offers a brief background summary. Why do we need to know about her? Giannetti is a single mother and a faithful, perhaps even compulsive follower of online postings, such as outlets such as YouTube, X, and Facebook. In this context, she viewed some of the defendant's online postings relating to the then pending Kieran Reed case, sent him a laudatory message, ordered one of his free Kieran Reed t-shirts, and then sent him a photo of herself wearing that shirt. Correspondence ensued, and not long thereafter, an intimate physical relationship bolstered by Kearney's bragging about his inside knowledge of the Kieran Reed case. Dinners and drinks, use of the internet to exchange texts, including those with explicit sexual contact, and the defendant sometimes practice of videoing their sexual escapades with his cell phone camera. So what? At this point, Janetti's relationship began to flounder, and in about the same time, Janetti began to have doubts about the innocence of Kieran Reed. Whether on her own initiative or as the defendant posts the influence of other denizens of the online community, such as Catherine Peter, Janetti contacted Lieutenant Brian Tully, who was leading the NDA investigation into intimidation of witnesses in the Kieran Reed case by the defendant. Tully interviewed Janetti. The Commonwealth had already developed another witness, Natalie Wiki Berschmeyer, who could assist to communications between Kieran Reed and the defendant during the months of April and June 2003. Janetti's information confirmed such contacts after that date, based on what the defendant had told her. You guys good? Before we go any further, this is confusing me. I'm all backwards already, man. This is insanity. All right. Tully reported on the interview to Special Prosecutor Kenneth Mello. Tully reported on the interview he had with Lindsay. He reported that information to Ken Mello. One second. So now you have more people involved here. Ken Mello, and that was maybe over the phone, possibly. All right. Let me just take care of this real quick, people. Sorry. Copy. Da-da-da. Close this out. Open that. Da-da-da-da. Paste. Send. Check. That whole billboard thing kind of freaks me out. Doesn't that freak you guys out a little bit? The billboard, real quick. I know I'm on another track here. But that's just kind of weird. The whole thing, like because we did it, they have to do it. Is that what that's about? Like they're trying to copy us? And what are they really doing for John? Really? What are they really doing? Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Made it back.
I did. I'm now home safe and sound. It's scary out there. These roads are slicker than slick.
She lives in Michigan too. All that. I'm hearing
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I'm hearing myself in the background. It's echoing. Better. Nope. Do you have it on? Twice?
I don't
Or is it me?
have an echo.
Do you guys hear an echo?
Weird.
I don't know. I hear myself twice. Do you guys hear it? Yeah.
I don't have anything else on either.
Can you log out and log in?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, try that. Yeah, I have just one window open and I'm not echoing now, correct? We're good? See, this is some of the issues. It could just be the connection that she had. She just has to log out and log back in. And then we'll keep reading. But yeah, this is like, you couldn't write this stuff you couldn't make this stuff up. How, like, the depth and the level of insanity and craziness in the what's going on. I seen this before. I seen this whole thing crumble before like that. It happened with the EPA. There you are. Hi.
Is that better?
Much better. Nope.
No.
I just hear myself. Why?
That's really odd. I don't have anything on.
Hello? It's not the layout.
Hello?
I don't understand. I hear myself twice. How about now? No, it's not on my end. It's something. Do you have another? And you have nothing else open?
No, I don't.
I don't know what to say. It's like I hear myself twice. It's a wicked echo. Maybe it's me. Let me log out and log back in. I'll be right back.
Am I echoing, guys?
Hello? I still hear it.
They said I wasn't echoing.
Yeah. It's when there's only two people. What if we do three? No. I'm in all the.
Well, Donkey said it's me, but everybody says it's you.
It's when we're together.
We have that much of a great chemistry that we echo.
You don't echo, but when I speak, I hear myself twice. How about if you restart? Did you restart the computer or just log out?
I completely got off StreamYard, closed everything, and then came back on. I'll try it again, though.
Try and restart the PC.
Okay.
Cool. We'll be here. That's crazy town. See? Just it. I don't want to get into it. Let me get back to that document real quick and we'll keep reading. That's just another one of them little hiccups. I mean, it's not necessarily on her end, but it is on her end. You know, it's together. When she comes in here. Oh my God. Where'd it go? Kidding me, right? This is unreal. I now can't find that document. Wow. Let me go back. Oh my God. Let's do this. You ready? Let's I'm going to put this up on the screen. All right. We'll get back to that document. Check this out. This is a tweet from Aidain. Now that Lindsay Janetti is coming forward and telling the truth, they, Commonwealth, is putting Closet Baby in the court filings. They incentivize lying and being corrupt. When you tell the truth, this is what they do. So let's see. This is in the document here that we were reading. We didn't get to it yet, but craziness. Kearney launched an online campaign of vilification against Janetti. She was a fake victim and unfit mother, a drug user who supposedly fell asleep bagging items at the grocery store. She supposedly confined one child to sleeping in a closet and was described in Kearney's posting as Closet Baby. Janetti was said to be in jeopardy of being indicted. On the attacks went, with Kearney's devoted online acolytes gleefully piling on, picking up the cry of fake victim, photographing Janetti at various locations, sending accusatory messages to her children's school, and texting her with obscenities, accusations, and threats. One among Kearney's enthusiastic collaborators in the campaign of vilification against Janetti was Jason Broyles, who initially appeared online under the pseudonym Haley Walbrecht. Ooh, made the document. Wow. Yeah. Here's another one. Let's read this tweet. And as you guys know, this is a flat out lie. There was 0 meals of food. Now, Aidain would know if there was a meal of food. So when he says that there were no meals of food, I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% positive that he was no eating. Not there. Not him. But let's see what this thing says here. Janetti is a single mother and faithful, perhaps even compulsive follower. We just read that. Compulsive follower of online postings, such outlets such as YouTube, X, and Facebook. In this context, she viewed some of the defendant's online postings related to the then pending Kearney case, sent him a laudatory message, ordered one of his free, and then sent him a photo of herself wearing that shirt. Correspondence ensued, and not long thereafter, an intimate physical relationship boasted by Kearney's bragging about his inside knowledge in the Kearney case. Dinners and drinks, use of the internet to exchange texts, including those with explicit sexual context, and the defendant's sometimes practice of videotaping the sexual escapades with his cell phone camera. Huh. Yeah. I don't even know what to say anymore. I really don't. Hold on. All right. I got that back. Let's see if we can get her back. Tell me it works. It's not as loud.
Is that better?
Yes, but it's not as loud.
Well, I shut everything off on my phone and I restarted my phone. I forgot my password to Facebook, so I don't know how to log on with the Chromebook.
Okay. That's cool. But it's working good now. Donkey, I'm not going down that path. It's like, and let's make that real clear right now. What you do in your personal life, I don't care. Do whatever you want to do, and if you're happy, then that's great. But whatever that is, I don't care. Now, sometimes people have hobbies that correspond with each other. Sometimes you just click with people. Great example, Lulu's mama. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Here's a link, and here we are. Just, I take everybody for who they are, and I have no reason to hate anybody. I do. I have reasons, but I don't like those reasons, and I don't choose those reasons anymore. And it's funny now that they think the McAlberts decided to use me in the opening of that little movie they made, which is kind of cool. They didn't put the apology that I did. No, they didn't put that. And you know what else they didn't put down? You know, I don't think I don't think anyone listening, maybe a few, but if you walked out to your car and there was an envelope on your car, what would you do? And written on that manila envelope said CPU Tom. What would you do? What would you do with your name on it, though?
I would open it hoping it's $1 million.
Really? What
Unless
if
it had like
those?
a really big bulge.
What if those pictures included Karen Reed in them, and they were not
Ooh,
positive pictures?
that could be interesting.
It was disgusting what they did, but they put an envelope
What
on
they
my car to scam me, to make me stop, to make me stop.
everything these people are doing is disgusting.
They came to my house and they put an envelope on my car to give me a message. And inside that were a couple photos that were 8 by 11, I think. And yeah,
To try to threaten you?
yep. And it didn't work. So then they went and they took my retirement away. I had a disability policy, like remember Aflac,
Yep.
like that. So thank you, Caitlin Albert, by the way. Thank you much. That just
Why are they so cringe? Why
that
can't they just
that
admit to what they
minus
have done?
that minus my retirement for the next 10 years. Was getting that check every month for the next 10 years. $3,500 a month gone. Poof. Gone. Every month for the next 10 years. It's gone.
There's got to be a way you can fight that, though.
No. Have a nice day. Been
That's
there.
messed up.
Already fought it. No, it's not. It's the way it is. It's the rules that
That
they
is
have set up. And especially when look at what Karen's fighting with what they trying to put on her. They're trying to put this on her, and she's trying to fight it. Well, things don't match with that whole situation. So look at what they do to Aidain. They put a bunch of charges on him, right? Not that they match up, but hey, they put charges on him to shut him up. That's it. So yeah, was I upset? I was very upset. Did I apologize to Caitlin Albert? I absolutely did. Did I mean it? 100%. Do I still wish her well? I do. That's it. That's all I can say about it. Like, because that's it. So I don't know where, like, it's not drama. It's just, it's fact. It's like, I leave it at that. I wish her well. Boom. I don't, there's nothing else there. You get it? So it's behind us and it's whatever. So,
last night there was a spaces going on, and I really wanted to jump up there, but I was too scared to jump up there and even say anything because it's spaces and
Mhm.
Twitter's just mean.
Twitter's
Um,
different.
but why can't people just leave other people's personal life alone?
The,
What
the,
you do in your own free time when you're not trying to help free somebody that is being framed for something, why is, and like Turtle Boy, he is the one that exposed all this corruption. Why can't
yep.
people just stop with the personal threats, the personal vendettas? Just leave people's personal lives alone. It's disgusting.
They're trying to go after Nurse Kim's job. You hear that?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
All right.
Why?
w-
What?
What did she do? I, I,
Right.
I don't know. Like, please, I don't understand what. There's nothing she could have done to have anybody go and go after her job.
Right.
Are you insane?
And
Why?
like these people trying to go after Will, saying
And,
he beats women and does like,
and it's funny because didn't Will like explain that entire story to us and say, "Yep, this is what happened." Um,
yeah,
he did quite a few times.
yeah.
How do they not? How do they not see that? Yet they twist it. They twist it to however they want. It's so wrong that they're allowed to be able to do it. But how we just have to be the bigger people and just say, "Hey, that ain't right." I mean, if they're trying to attack Will, it's a dumb idea. It's not going to go anywhere. Like
And these
again,
ones that do these spaces from Australia, like, how about you do your spaces about Australia? Don't, they're not here. They're not part of it. They're not,
well, see, there is a difference because we're vested, right? We're vested in this. This goes back to, geez, Donkey, how long you been in this? You've been in this from day one, I think. Like Mary, been in this long time. Like we're vested. We're here. We're here
yeah,
because of that.
right.
Not, and everyone says, you could be Karen Reed. And you know what? You're right. Anybody could be Karen Reed, but that's not the problem. The problem is the system that is absolutely corrupt and shaped in a way that allows this to happen. You're trying to frame a factually innocent woman for murder. Didn't work. Tried again. Didn't work. Trying to get Aidain for witness intimidation. They can't even find a guy to even prosecute him for nothing, just to shut him up. That's the only reason. Just shut him up. Didn't work. So
People need to
Aiden's
get lives.
Aiden's time is 2:15, and we're gonna carry it. We have permission, so we're gonna stream it. So you don't got to go anywhere. But yeah, so these people, and I don't know who they are because there isn't anybody's quarterback in this saying, all right, at 2 o'clock we're gonna call this person's work, and at 3 o'clock this one's gonna email that. There's none of that going on that I know of. I've never been part of, know anything of that. But it seems the other side can do that and get away with it just because they don't agree with what somebody says.
Well, and the stuff that Meredith is doing right now too is really disgusting,
I
in
don't
my
want to
opinion.
know that. And I'm almost at the point of becoming mad. I don't want to see this shit. And it's
It's
not
really
it's not fair. You're going to show Aiden's contract?
right.
What business is that of anyone's?
Anything that's going out. You know, when I saw
What if
that
they did
video,
that to you?
that is almost to the point of somebody wanting to take their own life. With all the all the personal stuff that's being posted out there. When I first saw that video of Aidain crying on the floor saying he doesn't want to go back, that tore my heart apart. Like, I was crying for him. Nobody should have to worry about what is going to be put out there. Nobody should have to worry about the stupid child. I mean, are we in 6th grade?
Yes.
Like, what
Yes.
in God's name is going on?
Sixth grade stuff. That's what's going on. And I don't know what else to tell you, but that's what is going on.
It's so gross.
Yes. It is. And I thought we were adults, right? I thought.
Right.
But again, let's go back to why the system is broken. What do we do? Look at this example. I'm going to show you a perfect example of how the system is set up to even allow this, because this could be you. Really. Look at what happened to Karen Reed. Take Karen Reed out of it. That's what happened, is what they did to her. That the level of corruption. You got to have cops. You got to have judges. You got to have everyone that knows this one's special. Look out for this one. Be careful of that one. I mean, no. All right, back to the document. Let me share it for you guys. All right, Noodles, you got the screen, right? You got the chat?
Yep.
All right, my eyes are here.
I'll keep my eye on Donkey. He's kind of spunky today.
Yeah. Good to see him. He's always a happy guy. I know I'm saying certain people's names wrong. I know that on purpose. I know it. It's okay. All right, here we go. Did we read this one already? Did we get this part already?
That I could not tell you.
No,
because
it's not
I
here.
was-
All right, here we go. Tully reported on the interview to Special Prosecutor Kenneth Mello, who had Janetti served with a grand jury subpoena. Janetti had apparently hoped not to have to testify and began to panic upon receipt of the subpoena. She telephoned the defendant, Aidain, and informed him that she had been subpoenaed and attempted to minimize her role in the matter. After some discussion, the two agreed to meet at Janetti's apartment building, where Kearney demanded to examine Janetti's cell phone and took notes on some of its contents. Pretty smart. He urged Janetti to delete various items from her phone, representing that he had checked with his attorney, Timothy Bradle, and that there was no preservation order in effect, and there was no problem in doing so. See, he checked with Bradle. At one point in the early hours of the morning, Janetti excused herself to use the bathroom and telephoned Special Prosecutor Mello, awakening him. Mello had difficulty understanding what Janetti was saying, beyond understanding that she was fearful, but effectively arranged to transfer the call to Tully. A brief exchange of the messages followed, then Janetti returned to the defendant. Further conversation ensued, as did other events. After speaking with Janetti the following day, December 24th, and learning that she had not reported the incident to local police, Tully did so. Wow. The defendant's arrest soon followed, resulting in revocation of previously imposed bail. Assholes. Janetti was granted a 209A restraining order. The defense's theory, as discussed in the Commonwealth's memorandum in opposition to Attorney Beddoes' affidavit in support of motion and associated submissions, hence Mem Op, is that Catherine Peter, Lindsay Janetti, Mr. Mello, Detective Lieutenant Tully, and possibly others diabolically plotted to have Mr. Kearney's bail revoked by luring him into intimidation Mrs. Janetti after they made her what Beddoes describes as a witness, taking care to put the term in square notes. Huh. Subsequently, the defendant went to the Medfield police and alleged that Janetti had wiretapped him by recording a sexual encounter without his consent using a home security camera. As a result, Janetti was interviewed by the Medfield police, and in the course of that interview, MPD were informed of a sexual encounter on October 14th, which Kearney had recorded. Per Janetti, he sent a copy of the recording the following day. The question arose as to whether Janetti, on that occasion, lacked the capacity to consent. The question arose as to whether Janetti, on that occasion, lacked the capacity to consent, and thus was raped by Kearney. But Janetti initially did not want to proceed with the charges. The police subsequently met with Mr. Kearney and, among other things, advised him that they had a copy of his video of the October 14th encounter. You know, if he's got that video, which he does, and he's probably got a lot of videos, but any video, if she says stop and he doesn't stop, that's an issue. But that's not what went on here. That's not what she's alleging. She's not alleging anything. It's freaking Tully. Tully's the one that did all this. Hey, Mikey O.
Yeah, Tully was the one that.
This is all
filed-
Tully.
Yeah, it's insane.
Wow. Think about that. Tully made this whole thing up for her. We'll say that he raped you because you were unable to. You didn't have the capacity. Who makes that determination?
Right.
Do you make it?
Here's my question. How's long till Tully loses his job and gets arrested?
No. He's got to get promoted first.
No.
How can Tully do that?
He thinks he's got bigger balls than anybody in the face of this earth.
You know what she didn't have? Hold on. You know what she didn't have?
What didn't she have?
Reading. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna keep reading. This is good.
She didn't have a donkey.
Oh, there was no donkeys involved in this. No donkeys hurt in this thing, right? Be the band. Attention, no donkeys were hurt in the filming of this production.
Donkey, did you hear my joke about my Thanksgiving joke?
Oh.
It's about donkeys.
Lacked the capacity. The question arose. It sure did. The question arose as to whether Janetti on that occasion lacked the capacity to consent, and thus, wow. According to Mrs. Janetti, on April 13th, 2024, Kearney publicly announced on YouTube episode aired that Medfield police were investigating him for rape, calling it a lie. This was the first public mention of the allegation, initiated by Kearney himself. Defendant's answer and counterclaim. Kearney versus Janetti. Worcester Superior Court. Kearney launched an online campaign of vilification against Janetti. She was a fake victim and unfit mother, a drug user who supposedly fell asleep bagging items at the grocery store. She supposedly confined one child to sleeping in the closet and was described Kearney's posting as a closet baby. Janetti was said to be in jeopardy of being indicted, and on the attacks went, with Kearney devoted to online accolades, gleefully piling on, picking up the cry of fake victim, photographing Janetti at various locations, sending accusatory messages to a children's school, and texting her with obscenities, accusations, and threats. One among Kearney's enthusiastic collaborators in the campaign of vilification against Janetti was Jason Broyles, who initially appeared under the synonym Haley Walbright. Broyles serially posted derogatory material about Janetti, intersped with extortations. Wow, the freaking dictionary, man. I want this dictionary. They got so many big words.
You got to ask Yuri for it.
Oh, true.
He took the dictionary.
All right. Preventing him from continuing to do so by telling the truth, i.e., publicly adopt Kearney's version of events and repudiate her own statements. Eventually, Janetti responded to the verbal assaults against her on social media account, denouncing the defendant as a rapist and describing him with other derogatory terms. On January 8th, represented by counsel, Kearney filed suit in Worcester Superior Court. And I clap, not because I don't like Lindsay, not because I don't like Aidain, not for them reasons. I clap because somebody said that they were touched inappropriately, and they weren't. That's one of the worst things you can do, is accuse somebody of touching you inappropriately. And if you're going to accuse somebody, you better be sure that you don't have that on video. Because if you say it and it didn't happen, there's a problem. And I'm glad.
She'll be going down.
Not good.
My phone just rang. Did that come through? Sorry.
All right. This is good. On January 8th, 2025, represented by counsel, Kearney filed suit in Worcester Superior Court alleging slander, libel, and intentional infliction of emotional distress and seeking damages and injunctive relief. After an unsuccessful motion to dismiss, Janetti, proceeding pro se, filed an answer and counterclaim on September 8th, 2025. In the course of litigation in Dedham District Court case involving an alleged violation of a 209 order, I was there that day. Granted, Janetti against the defendant, Cosgrove had provided as discovery the Medfield police report on the October 14th incident to attorney Bradle. Bradle, or someone acting on his behalf, gave the report to Kearney. Kearney provided it to Broyles. On August 8th, Broyles posted Janetti Files Part 3, including the unredacted confidential police report of Janetti's sexual assault allegation. And again, I've never read it. They never looked for it. Don't care about it. It's not my business. Don't care, but yours, theirs. Go do whatever you want to do in the woods. I don't care. In ANC, in addition to answering Kearney's allegations, Janetti attempted to implead Cosgrove, Lieutenant Tully, and a Medfield police officer. The factual basis of all her allegations against Cosgrove is that his turning over the report to the defense violated chapter blah, blah, blah. As a result of Janetti's filing, ANC Cosgrove filed a motion to withdraw from the case, believing that a conflict existed between defending, should it become necessary, against Janetti's ANC, and prosecuting an indictment where she was the alleged victim and primary witness. That motion was allowed without argument and without objection. The defense now seeks to leverage that withdrawal to force Cosgrove's removal from the present case, in which Janetti is not alleged to be the victim and is not a necessary witness for the Commonwealth. All of the named victims in the present case are either witnesses in the Karen Reed case or relatives of witnesses. Janetti is not a precipitant witness with respect to any of the counts to the present case. To the extent she would be of any use to the Commonwealth on all of these counts, it would be to testify, based on her conversations with Kearney, as to Kearney's relationship with Karen Reed, which goes to his motive for the intimidation of a witness. If the Commonwealth wishes to introduce such information, it can do so through other means, including the context of two of Kearney's cell phones seized pursuant to a warrant, which show extensive communication between the defendant and Reed, as well as communications with some of Reed's attorneys. In short, there is no need whatsoever for the Commonwealth to call Janetti, and no need for the prosecution to, as the defense posts, defend the credibility of a prosecution witness who has sued him for his alleged misconduct. The defendant argues, however, that it will call Janetti, who has apparently now, for whatever reason, made a complete U-turn and taken a Kearney-like position, that Special Prosecutor Mello and Lieutenant Tully conspired with Kate Peter to use her and sacrifice her as a pawn. Oh, to take down Kearney, and therefore Cosgrove should be disqualified on the obstinable Jesus people grounds that he somehow ethically conflicted from cross-examining her. Whatever purchase this argument may have for now dismissed complaints where Janetti was herself the alleged victim, there is no basis for dragging the entirety of that dispute into the present indictment, where Janetti accounts for virtually zero of the Commonwealth's evidence, either in its collection or its presentation. I want to read that again. Hold on. That was a good sound. Janetti accounts for virtually zero of the Commonwealth's evidence, either in its collection or its presentation. The expected evidence will primarily be the testimony of the alleged victims in Kearney's own video online statements. A side trip into whether the Commonwealth did or did not properly conduct the Janetti investigation is irrelevant, not probative, and highly prejudicial, threatening to turn the trial into a circus. The Commonwealth will vigorously oppose the attempt to divert the jury down this lengthy and winding side road to nowhere but confusion. Should this court, after hearing, permit the proposed Janetti defense testimony to the extent that Mrs. Janetti's U-turn contradicts previous statements made by her under oath, she may expose herself to legal peril, and the court could ensure that before she proceeds, she has appointed counsel. Clearly, her interests are far from synonymous with Kearney's. My God, what is wrong with these freaking? They're doing this. Are these words even right? Are these really words, or are they just making stuff up here? Like, what's up with these words? Unreal.
Tom, I accidentally hid Bailey Love.
Who?
Bailey Love. I accidentally hit her.
Okay.
Sorry.
Did it hurt?
It might have hurt her.
Bailey Love?
Yeah.
Can one of the mods unblock her? I'm looking for I'm going through the Grant stuff. So here's the deal, right, guys?
I figured
Grant,
it out.
You got it?
Yep.
You're awesome. Thank you. All right, guys. So here's the deal, right? Grant Smith Ellis You know, Grant, he gave me permission to stream his stuff. I asked him, he said yes. So,
I'm a mod on his channel, so I was going to tell you yes anyways.
so everybody, please, like, I told him, I told Grant that I respect him as a journalist, and we had a really, really good conversation. He's a really good person. He's a person too, you know. Even though people make fun of him, he knows people make fun of him. That's sad. And I apologized for some of them people that were mean to him, because like he may be on the spectrum, but he's not dumb. He gets it. Like, he's smart. Really is, just in a different way. If you guys get a second, right? I'm gonna send you guys a link here. Put this in the chat. Just go over there, maybe give him a sub or just say hi or something. He's working. He's working it. He's actually like he's working. So
Grant, I think, has matured in the last couple months.
he's getting
Kind
there.
of seems.
He's getting slowly, and we
Yeah.
like the slow. We like the slow.
Yeah.
So that's
Here we go.
This is Grant's stream here.
If
We are
he
in the waiting room. The host has joined. Oh, goodness, little towels. These are the moments that try towel souls. All right. None is like, I'll settle for stick figure drawings. All right. We are just 15 minutes out. All right. The waiting room is open, and we are 15 minutes out from the Major Turtle Boy hearing related discovery, and apparently Robert Cosgrove, I don't know how to put this. Let's see. Embodying the principle that legal ethics could be just suggestions, in my view. I mean, oh my God, I've never seen anything like it. And we are just 15 minutes out, little towels. So get ready. It is coming up. Will Cozy be upsetero today? Well, that will Cozy. Kyle, I have not seen the Bettero memo. You got it for me? Do you got a PDF? Kyle, I need it. If we can read it, we got 13 minutes, my dear friend. I'll do a speed read. If you got it for me, I'll use a voice that's not the annoying lady voice. We just need that PDF. Let me see if I can check Kyle's Twitter. Sometimes, Kyle is a member of Team Docket Rocket Stars, and Kyle is someone who is super talented. Now, you're going to feel like you're on a rocket ship for the next 15 minutes because I apparently didn't get an iced coffee. I got a latte.
Oh boy.
I don't know what the fuck a latte is. What the fuck's a latte? I drink fucking Dunkin's iced coffee.
Oh my God.
I got a coupon. I wanted to get a cheeseburger. It said you got free Dunkin' Donuts, $10 off if you added it to the order. So
Grant on freaking caffeine high.
Paid a $5 tip. Got it for $2. I said large fucking, I don't know, latte.
Grant could be an auctioneer.
Grant's going, huh?
Lots of espresso and a large coffee cup.
Off.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I found the document, Kyle. Don't worry. It was the first thing that popped up on my Twitter feed. Thank you very much. We will read it now. But let me just warn you. Don't give me lattes. What the fuck is this? First of all, why does this exist? I don't think we need to have a large iced coffee cup from Dunkin's filled with espresso and coffee milk. It probably is not very good for my heart. I'm just saying. I mean, I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. You know what I'm saying? It's effective for our purposes, but it's getting me a little riled up here. So fair warning, lattes are not iced coffee. Now, I'm probably not telling you anything you don't already know, but I just want to give you fair warning again that lattes are not coffee. Now, I'm glad that we are all on the same page here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, lattes are not coffee. Oh, dear God, this is outrageous. All right, how long is this memo? The dairy part is good, and it's with coffee milk too. So I like that part of it. It has a very unique taste. I kind of enjoy it. However, what I don't like in the least,
lactic acid
is
lactose
the espresso.
Yeah.
It's way.
Grant.
Got the Bettero reply memo. Let's see. Let's just bring this up on the screen.
He talks so fast.
How long is it? 14 pages. Oh, come on. Well, it's only
He
7
seriously
pages.
could be
All
an
right, hold on.
auctioneer.
Let's see if I can just fly through this. All right,
He's
ready?
gonna try and
Everybody
read what
ready?
I'm just
You're
trying
gonna
to
get an
read. He's gonna
actual
hit the
towel
first
read.
big one and
No
say,
AI. You're getting an actual towel
here,
read.
Grant,
I
try
know
and hit
this is a
these
very
words,
rare
these big
moment. Here
ones.
we go. Thank you to Kyle Sharkey for posting this. How are you doing, Kyle? We're almost ready for the Zoom to start
Get to
at
page
2:15.
7.
This is horse racing announcer towel mode.
It is
for
not
those
this.
of you who
This
remember it.
we're almost done with this. Like one more page.
Karen Reed and John O'Keefe trial. Here's the reply memo. The Commonwealth's untimely response is more noteworthy for what it fails to include rather than for what it does. I love it, Betterow, speaking to the blank space. Strikingly, Mr. Cosgrove ignored the elephant in the room. He and lead investigator Detective Lieutenant Brian Tully have been sued by witness Lindsay Gattani for intentionally harming her during their prosecution of Aidain Kearney. Without more, the court should refuse to consider Mr. Cosgrove's submission unless the court concludes that he shouldn't be disqualified due to his conflict of interest. The defense, footnote 2. The defense motion to dismiss was filed on September 17, 2025. This is footnote 1. The motion to disqualify was filed on October 3rd. The prosecution was first directed to file its response by October 27th. On October 24th, the Commonwealth emailed the defense copy of the motion seeking an extension. Unknown to the defense, the court had already granted the motion and directed the Commonwealth to file the response by the 17th. The Commonwealth ignored this deadline and served the defense on the 25th. Wow, he got an extension and missed the deadline. Which essentially was the day before Thanksgiving. The response was accompanied by a motion seeking an extension, which was tantamount to the Commonwealth seeking forgiveness rather than permission. Yep. 2, the purpose of this reply memorandum is to clarify big picture issues for the court in advance of oral argument. Ooh, we're not going to get this oral argument today, but we're going to talk about when it's going to happen. The defense detailed our former special prosecutor, Kenneth Mello, impaired the integrity of the grand jury proceeding. One expects that the Commonwealth would oppose serious allegations of pervasive prosecutorial misconduct by including with its response a detailed sworn statement from Mr. Mello. Yet rather than submit any sworn explanation from him, the Commonwealth provided woefully inadequate, unsworn hearsay from Mr. Cosgrove designed to justify Mr. Mello's misconduct. Acutely aware that Mr. Mello's too many to count errors before the grand jury impaired its integrity, the Commonwealth mostly ignored addressing his misconduct or case law supporting the defense.
Can you imagine giving Grant Adderall
eyes from the flawed grand jury proceeding
or Coke or
that
something?
the
Can you imagine him on Coke?
As detailed below,
that would actually probably calm him down.
Form over substance, such as
It probably would.
Binding precedent contrary
That's
to its position, and by
it's going to do the inverse reaction.
Inapplicable civil
inapplicable
civil procedure rules. Argument point 1. All right, before we read this, let me just make sure all the volume settings are correct. Everybody hold.
I'm on page 8.
All right, everything looks good.
I didn't see
the irony of the court should not consider the Commonwealth's response unless it determines that Cosgrove should not be disqualified. The irony of Mr. Cosgrove's snarky criticism of the defense motion should not be lost on the court, given his failure to address the blatant conflict resulting from his prosecution of a matter in which Ms. Gattani is both his accuser and a witness, and where her credibility will conflict with that of his co-defendant, Detective Lieutenant Tully. On October 8, 2025, in a related hearing regarding his ongoing effort to search Karen Reed's cell phones, Mr. Cosgrove acknowledged the problem of whether it was appropriate for him to respond to the disqualification motion. If Mr. Cosgrove realized that it was improper for him to respond to that motion, he must also recognize the same problem exists with the Commonwealth's response to the motion to dismiss. Good argument.
Yep.
Although,
all right, real quick, everybody, let me just say this, okay? They use the word RAP whatever. They use that word that he assaulted her, okay? And that means they use that word, okay? She didn't call it in. Tully called it in. And better yet, are you ready for this? You ready? She had no defensive wounds on her hands, no wounds on her body. There was no hair pulling. There was no scratching. There was nothing because it wasn't what they said it was. Tully had to make that up to make the other stuff valid, to make him bad. That's it. No other reason to use that word because it's so far from the truth. And the fact they put that word in a document goes up my rear end because she would have been a wreck. She's only this freaking big. She weighs 40 pounds. Like, she wasn't missing any hair. Her makeup wasn't even messed up.
You know what? I
Otherwise,
want to see
they would-
Mr.
they would be
Tully.
pictures. Because when I get picked up and thrown across the street, I got pictures. Where are yours? Show me the pictures of her hurt from that action. They can't do it.
I want Tully to show me the R kit that
Yep.
she
Yep.
would have had done at the hospital.
3 weeks later, no way. No way, no way, no way, no way. So how can Tully make a call? He should be charging him with that. Like, charged with felony. Why isn't it that? Why isn't he charged with that?
Right?
No, why isn't he charged with doing that? That's a whole separate charge, right?
They're not going to charge him with that because they don't have any reports.
We
don't-
just read it. We saw it. They put it in the report.
Yeah,
Holly,
but
Holly
that's-
accused him of that, which is what triggered this whole thing to come into it. It didn't. It couldn't have happened.
that's Tully's report, and it's Lindsay also's report that she could have put a stop to it. So even though she's coming out and saying that Aidain never did this to her, even though she's coming out and saying it now,
Yep.
I still have no respect for her as
no. This
victim. As a
Yep.
victim myself, for her to go out on Twitter and take back everything that she said, I still don't have respect for her. She still lied from the beginning. She still let it happen.
right.
She could have put a stop to it. She chose not to. She allowed this to happen to Aidain. And so therefore I won't have respect for her because it's people like her that make it harder for people that truly are victims.
I absolutely agree with that 100%. And I can't say sorry enough that you even have to deal with that or go through that. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong and unacceptable. But that's not what happened here. That is so far from what did not happen that you can't use that word. But yet Tully did, and you got away with it.
Right.
That is so not fair. And for her to disavow it still, yeah.
And just like the one that accused you of touching her.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
For Norfolk Superior Court.
Yep. Up. Go
This
live.
is Commonwealth versus Aidain Kearney, 23 CR 313, 25 CR 88.
Hear that, right, guys?
We just ask people to remain on mute, and if the parties could please identify themselves for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm Robert Cosgrove for the Commonwealth.
Good afternoon, Mr. Cosgrove.
Go ahead, Tim.
Mr. Bradley, you're muted.
Sorry, Your Honor. Hello, Tim Bradle for Mr. Kearney, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bradley.
And Mark Betterow for Mr. Kearney. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Betterow. Good afternoon, Mr. Kearney. Okay, folks, first time meeting, so let's have a brief before we get into the substance. I've noted from the docket on this case that there were already a couple of judges who recused themselves given past dealings. So I want to deal with that issue right up front and get that out of the way. I'll start with the parties first. I've never dealt with you, Ms. Betterow. This is the first time I'm meeting, so I don't think there's any reason for me to engage in any analysis under Rule 211 with regard to disabling prejudice. So I think we're clear on that issue.
We're good, Your Honor.
All right, excellent. I'm glad to hear that. With regard to Mr. Bradle, Mr. Bradle and I have known each other for more than 30 years. We tried cases against each other when he was with the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office, at least a couple, probably more. I don't remember, but there were at least one significant case against each other. During the time that he was a member of the defense bar and I was a member of the defense bar, we handled cases co-defendants, although cases went to trial. We certainly had a number of cases in which we represented co-defendants, at least through the motion stage. Outside court, we had a cordial, friendly, and cooperative relationship as members of the defense bar, but we did not socialize anywhere outside a legal setting. So, given our dealings, I'm certainly satisfied that I don't suffer from any disabling prejudice with regard to Mr. Bradel. With regard to Mr. Cosgrove, when he was Judge Cosgrove, I did appear in front of him a number of times. I really don't know how many times, but probably better than 25 or 30 times, I'd guess, as he sat in the various counties. I don't recall that he ever presided over trial that I did, but I know for certain that I did a number of motions to suppress and motions to dismiss with then Judge Cosgrove. There was nothing out of the ordinary relationship. It was purely a relationship between counsel and the judge at that time. We've never had any social contact except for in legal settings, and they're extremely minimal. Given that I took the seat that then Judge Cosgrove vacated, we were never colleagues on the Superior Court and never had any interaction on that level. And as I said earlier, we've never had any social interaction outside a few minimal contacts in legal settings. So I'm fairly comfortable in reaching the conclusion that I suffer from no disabling prejudice due to past appearances before, and certainly never did work with then Judge Cosgrove. With regard to the parties in the case, I've gone through the pleadings as much as I can. I've looked at the indictments. I've noted the names that seem to come up over and over. I'm familiar with none of these people. I've never met any of the civilians or interacted with them directly or indirectly who are involved in this case. As to members of law enforcement who are involved in the case, some of those names I have encountered, members of the state police, as well as members of the Boston police. I would add to that any dealings I had with them would have been as a criminal defense attorney, probably mostly seeking to undercut their credibility, but never had any personal dealings with them outside a courtroom. Certainly no social dealings with them anyway. So I'm fairly comfortable in saying that I suffer from no disabling prejudice with regard to any of the parties who I've seen listed in the papers. The final issue, it is public knowledge that I grew up in Canton in the 60s and 70s and part of the 80s. I'm considerably older than all of the people involved in this case. So I didn't go to school with any of them, nor did any of the names, as I said, ring a bell for me. I lived in Canton, graduated from Canton High School in the early 80s, moved out for college, lived there intermittently through college and law school, and left there for the final time in, I want to say 1990, to the best of my memory. May have used it as a mailing address after that as I cycled through some post-college apartments, but have not lived there full-time since the early 80s and have not lived there at all since no later than 1990. I don't have any contact with the town in particular, nor do I have a prejudice for it, for or against any issues that might happen in that town, nor special knowledge thereof. So I'm comfortable in finding that I have no disabling prejudice as to my past associations in the 60s and 70s and early 80s with the town of Canton. So that being said, I'll go around the table and see if anybody has any problem with that, beginning with the defense. Any issue at this point with regard to disabling prejudice under 211?
No, Your Honor, and I agree with everything you said, and I appreciate the comprehensive rundown of everything.
Attorney Cosgrove.
I thank Your Honor for your thorough summary. Your recollection of our personal associations exactly coincides with my own. Having listened to your explanation of your associations with Attorney Bradel and your knowledge or lack of knowledge of the witnesses that may be involved in this case, I have no objection to Your Honor sitting in this case.
Okay, excellent. All right, so obviously I'm in Brockton. You guys are at different places. I'll give you my schedule going forward. Going forward, I'm assigned to Suffolk Superior Court The first 6 months of the year, I'll be sitting in room 1008, which is a civil session. The second 6 months of the year, I'll be in room 808, which is a criminal session. I think at least for now, we'll work this out as we go forward, have a greater clarity as to how we can handle it. At least for now, for the next set of motions, which we need to get to, what we'll do is we'll do those in person in Suffolk Superior Court. What room that's going to be in, I don't know yet. The way Suffolk runs things, their civil clerks don't sit on criminal matters. There are two separate clerks' offices in Suffolk. They're very distinct in what they do. So either I'll bring the matter into 808 where there is a criminal clerk, or will perhaps be specially assigned to another courtroom. Sometimes courtroom 1309 is used as overflows. I don't know where we're going to be yet, but I can tell you that the next set of hearings will be in person in Suffolk Superior Court. So let's move on down the agenda. I touched base with Judge Krupp. Certainly didn't touch base with him on the substance of the motion before him, merely as to where he stands on the motion. Judge Krupp indicates to me that a decision is not immediate on that matter, but he does expect a decision sometime. I would expect this month before he moves on to his next assignment. I'm not going to promise that, but that's what he's been able to give me in terms of a time frame right now. So, assuming, well, let me just say this. If Judge Krupp denies Attorney Cosgrove access to the Reed cell phone downloads, then we really don't have to do anything more with that. The issue is concluded. If Judge Krupp allows access to the cell phones, where does that take us next, Attorney Cosgrove?
Well, if he allows access to the cell phones, that would mean that essentially he's allowed my motion, or allowed it in some modified form, to set up a taint team. That means the taint team is going to have to go through the cell phones, examine. We'll have to go through a process with the Reed attorneys as to search terms and so forth that would exclude attorney-client privilege material. They're going to have to report back to the court. The court is going to then have to hear from the defense as to the findings of the taint team. And then at that point, the Commonwealth would get the information as approved by the court to go through it. And assuming that it's relevant to Mr. Kearney's case, it would then be discoverable here. I would anticipate, well, candidly, we have been waiting for the results of the taint team on Mr. Kearney's cell phone for the better part of 3 months now. So I would say that either we would enter into an agreement if the defense is amenable, or if Your Honor orders that the Commonwealth forego the evidence of the Reed search in this case. It is, after all, a motion the search warrant is, after all, directed at finding evidence of a conspiracy case, but it would likely also produce evidence that might be relevant here as well. Or we would need to delay further proceedings here. Doesn't necessarily mean do nothing, but the case would be pushed back until discovery could be delivered to the defense, and they could make such motions as they feel appropriate.
Well, let me just ask you this. As I understand it, there's already been a download of the defendant's phone in this case. Is that correct?
There's been a download of 2 phones, which is in the Commonwealth's possession and which has been turned over to the defense. And there are other electronic devices which were seized as a result of the search. And that's what is subject to the ongoing taint team here.
And there's no conspiracy charge between Reed and Kearney in this case, correct?
No.
So presumably any evidence we have with regard to Kearney is going to come off his own phone, I take it.
Well, that's the situation now. I can't speak to what might be discovered in the process of the search. The conspiracy that's alleged in the search warrant is conspiracy to intimidate a witness. The charges against Mr. Kearney here include intimidation of a witness. So it could be relevant, although obviously, no. If any conspiracy indictment resulted against Mr. Kearney, it could not be tried with the indictments here absent his consent.
Okay. So, Mr. Bradle, briefly, anything to add to that in terms of just what procedurally would have? I don't want to get into the substance of that issue. We can deal with it if we need to. But procedurally, you sort of think that's the way it would go?
Judge, we are interested in dealing with the disqualification motion first. Attorney Bettero filed a very comprehensive motion to disqualify Mr. Cosgrove. He's being sued by.
I'm going to come to that, Mr. Bradle.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure we understand the impact of Judge Krupp's.
Sure.
Judge, if I may, and I don't want to merge the motions. I understand what the court is doing, but that disqualification motion also includes the investigation involving Miss Reed's cell phones, because it is virtually the identical conduct and the identical facts that are from the 2023 indictments. And again, without merging too much of this now, there is a disqualification motion on the indictments before Your Honor now, as well as the investigation that Mr. Cosgrove is doing, because the same witness who is at issue in the disqualification was a primary or one of the primary sources that led to the warrant to go after Ms. Reed's phones. So they are kind of intertwined. And if Mr. Cosgrove is saying, as he seems to be suggesting, that he can't predict the future in the event that he were able to search the phones, but if evidence were to be discovered and lead to a conspiracy indictment against Mr. Kearney, that implicates the disqualification issue. At this time, I'm unaware that Ms. Reed has joined that motion, so I don't want to speak for what her counsel would advise, but to the extent Mr. Kearney is involved in anything to do with what we're calling the open investigation involving Ms. Reed's cell phones, we think that the disqualification as it relates to Mr. Kearney needs to be dealt with in the first instance.
Well, I'll come to that. What I'm trying to figure out is if you agree with the timeline laid out by former Judge Attorney Cosgrove regarding what would happen in terms of next steps. Did that all make sense to you?
It did, up until the point where
I'll get to that. I'm going to get to that. All right. Let's move on to the next issue. And I'll skip out of the order that I had in my agenda. The disqualification. I don't know, and I'm not going to prejudge it. It seems a little bit overbroad to disqualify Attorney Cosgrove from some other investigation. What I'm dealing with are the indictments that are before me. So to the extent that there's a motion to disqualify that's ripe, it would appear to be that it's on 23-313, not some future potential indictment. That may or may not ever come, and what Attorney Cosgrove chooses to do this time outside the indictments before me, I'm going to leave to Attorney Cosgrove. But I do think we need to deal with that issue sooner rather than later, and it does not appear to me that we would have to wait for the Reed cell phone extraction before getting to that issue. Would you agree with that, Attorney Cosgrove?
Yes.
All right. So how soon would we be ready to deal with the issue of disqualification?
Judge, I just wanted to throw out some dates if I could. January 12, 13, or 15 is what we're proposing.
Okay. Does that work for you, Attorney Cosgrove?
No, I'm out of the country on all of those dates.
Okay. How does now, Mr. Bradley, you've got some other business that's going to happen up in Essex County. You're scheduled for trial up there?
That's February 9th, Your Honor. That's correct.
How soon before that are you going to?
Your Honor, I could, give me a moment.
Hold on, Attorney Cosgrove. Mr. Bradley, how soon before you become unavailable due to that trial?
Judge, I'm pretty flexible. I really don't want to delay the disqualification too much. I mean, unless Attorney Betterow has a different view, I'm thinking, can we do it a little sooner then?
No, I want to wait till I get to Suffolk.
Okay. Oh, I understand. Maybe, is it, should we do, maybe the third week in January?
Let's see what Attorney Cosgrove has to say. What's good for you, Attorney Cosgrove?
That's fine.
Let's pick a Friday, late January.
That's the 23rd.
Attorney Cosgrove,
I can do the 23rd.
Mr. Bradle.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so we're going to mark that up for January 23rd. I'll be in touch with regard to time and place. I need to talk to Suffolk to see where they can accommodate me. I'll know that certainly by early January, what courtroom we're going to be in and what time. My inclination probably would be maybe a noon or a 2 o'clock hearing. I don't expect it's not going to be non-evidentiary, I take it, correct?
Correct.
Initially, at least, yes.
That's the way I read it. So we could probably get it in the afternoon. So it'll be either noon or 2 o'clock that will deal with that matter in Suffolk on, we'll call that 123 for now.
Then I think, Your Honor, if I live to see another motion after your decision on the motion to disqualify, the next logical motion to take up would be the defendant's motion to dismiss the case.
That seems to be the right step to me as well. How does that sound to the parties?
Yes, we wanted to bifurcate the disqualification from that. Absolutely.
I think that's the right choice. Okay, so do we want to get that on the calendar now, or do we want to wait till the disqualification is done?
I think it makes sense to wait, but I'm at Your Honor's disposal.
We can wait because I'm pretty flexible when I schedule things in Suffolk. Okay, we'll wait on that issue. Between now and the 23rd, are there any discovery issues that I can assist the parties with?
Yes. We have been receiving discovery. We got some, I think, that we're awaiting that was mailed out yesterday. And we continue to get discovery in drips and drabs without, as far as we can tell respectfully, any rhyme or reason. Some of the filings, Your Honor, will also see from the past several weeks, we're finding what are clearly discoverable materials from third parties, whether they be witnesses or potential witnesses in the case, whether they be other third parties who have made freedom of information requests, and they're getting actual documents that are directly related to this case. So we're just concerned about when does it end and when do we get with confidence everything. In addition to that, I believe Mr. Cosgrove, in his motion seeking extension of time in late October, whatever it was, I think it was October 24th, indicated in that motion that the former special prosecutor on the case, Mr. Mello, had discovered or come into possession of things that he believed were quote unquote relevant. We're wondering what that is and when we anticipate receiving that. And finally, with particular emphasis on one important piece of evidence that was also contained in a filing from some time ago, one of the most important witnesses in the indictments, if not the most important witness, testified in the grand jury, alleged to a series of, I believe, threatening Facebook messages and family members receiving all kinds of nasty images and comments that she claimed originated from the client or someone else. That would seem to be clearly discoverable. That would seem to be something that clearly, if not in the Commonwealth's actual possession, is, coming from their star witness, would be in their custody or control. And we haven't received that.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Jennifer McCabe.
Okay. Mr. Cosgrove?
I will look into that as to Mr. Betterow's earlier point. The materials that I have just sent him, check is literally in the mail as of yesterday, and it should be received no later than Monday. if the post office can be believed, does include materials that I received from Mr. Betterow, notably a grand jury exhibit that they recently complained that they, I'm sorry, received from Mr. Mello, not from Mr. Betterow, notably a grand jury exhibit that the defense complained that they had never received, that was not in my possession or in the possession of the state police. And I finally managed to get it from Mr. Mello, who had that particular exhibit. So they'll be receiving that and some other materials from Mr. Mello.
Okay. All right. Well, if there are particular issues that need to be addressed by the court, let them know. We can get together quickly Zoom and deal with them.
Judge, I think there are, and respectfully to Mr. Cosgrove, Mr. Mello seems to be the root of or a lot of these problems. And it seems to me what the Commonwealth can do is send somebody over to Mr. Mello's home or office and take custody of everything, so we don't have to rely upon Mr. Mello to discover grand jury exhibits from 2023 and 2024 being disclosed at almost Christmas time in 2025. They have the ability and resources to do it. We're entitled to this material. Waiting on Mr. Mello to provide discovery that shows up periodically doesn't seem like the best way to do it, respectfully.
Well, I'm going to leave the details of how Attorney Cosgrove complies with Rule 14 to Attorney Cosgrove. Just let it be known that he has to comply with Rule 14. If you don't, there can be sanctions. And I'll leave it at that. I'm not inclined to I'm not going to micromanage how he complies, except to say comply. And we'll leave the details to the parties who are responsible. Okay. Let's assume the disqualification goes away. Let's assume that the motion to dismiss, a new motion to dismiss, is unsuccessful. Let's talk about the two indictments. How do the parties feel about joinder?
I think it makes perfect sense.
Mr. Bradle, Mr. Bedroff?
It's a little premature for us, Judge. We're sort of baking the cake right now, and we'd appreciate it if you let us respond to that on our next date.
Fine. I want to get started and sort of thinking about these things because they are all the same folks, and it seems like this case, in terms of evidentiary, the acts themselves, I don't want to speak for anybody, but they don't appear to be hotly contested. It's what they are is what the issue is. One says First Amendment, the other says witness intimidation. That's sort of my sense of what the evidence is. You can tell me I'm wrong about that, but
it's a very fair characterization, Your Honor. There's a bit more to do on the newer indictment. We don't have grand jury minutes even yet, and
no, I understand. What I want to do is I want to push that case as quickly as I can through discovery. So if we're going to do these together, let's do them. Mr. Kearney, is that the correct pronunciation, by the way? Kearney, not Kearney?
It's Kearney, Your Honor.
Kearney, I apologize.
Okay.
So look, I imagine he wants to get in front of a jury of his peers and be done with this. So my goal is to move us along as quickly as we can without skipping any steps. So let's get that discovery done. Now, how long do you think, if they're joined, is this case going to take? I'm not holding you to the time, but Attorney Cosgrove, how long do you think it would take you to put your case together in front of a jury?
Well, I expect that there will be, on behalf of the Commonwealth, a rather extensive list of prior or subsequent bad acts that I would wish to offer in evidence, as well as the evidence of the acts for which Mr. Kearney is actually charged. And depending on how Your Honor rules on that motion, would make a fairly substantial difference to the length of the trial. I would estimate offhand, we got 6 or 7 victims, a lot of videos to show, 2 weeks maybe.
Sound about right, Mr. Bradel?
I think so, Your Honor.
When do you folks think would be a good time to try it? I'm not going to hold you to this. I just want to start sketching out in my mind when and how we're going to do this.
Judge, on the 2-week thing, are you saying full days or half days?
I'll go full days.
Okay, that'd be fair.
Any thoughts on when we could do it? The only time let me just block this out. I'm supposed to do an asbestos trial in June. That's going to take just about a month. So June is going to be out completely for me. So, work in terms of our calendars, just sort of scratch that one off.
Judge, it's a tough call in light of how much stuff we still have to do. It's a tough call. I mean, I could see this not going until the fall, mid-fall. There's just so many. This team stuff takes forever. We haven't even gotten any automatic discovery on the second case yet. We're still waiting for a grand jury minutes. There's a lot of extraordinary motion practice here. Disqualification, dismissal for extraordinary government misconduct. Discovery, as my brother said, is dribs and drabs. We have this prosecutor who's very ill, apparently, who's no longer on the case. He's been disqualified. Attorney Cosgrove's been disqualified from the 24 indictments, which have now been dismissed. There's just so much going on in this case. It's not your garden variety situation. And I think we really are realistically, if you want to put a cap on it, I think the cap has to be, mid to late fall, because we're just not going to get all this stuff done. It's been historically glacial pace.
I got you. And I don't have a problem with that. Mr. Cosgrove, how does that fit with your timeline and your availability?
Well, my availability is pretty open. As far as timeline goes, I don't associate myself with all of Mr. Bradel's comments. I agree with his bottom line. This is a complicated case in some respects with quite a bit yet to do and a lot of contingencies. And obviously, if Your Honor allows the motion to disqualify me, it won't be my problem, but that will certainly have an effect on the timing of any trial as well. I will say,
let me just slow you down for 1 second. The disqualification, as I can tell, is only on the 23 case. Is that accurate?
It is accurate, Your Honor, but if you disqualify me in the 23 case, it wouldn't make any sense, as far as I'm concerned, for me to try the one incident on the 25 case. I would respectfully ask the district attorney to relieve me of that responsibility.
Well, let's not go there yet. Aspirationally, let's shoot for a late October trial date. Does that make sense? Late October, early November?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Judge, I have a couple of murder cases. I'm not sure if that's gonna get it done for me. I have a murder case, the 5th. Could we go to November, maybe November 9th, 16th, December 7th? Any of those?
I think pretty much those dates work. I checked with Suffolk, but we have flexibility here. Okay? So if that's what we're looking at, let's aim towards being ready. If it gets that far, let's aim towards being ready in mid-November.
Do you want to grab like a mid-November final pretrial, maybe Tuesday, November 17th, just throwing something out, and then maybe a trial date like Tuesday, December 1st?
Pencil it in your own calendars for that time. I'm not going to set the date yet because I need to confer with the clerk in 808. I don't have
Sure.
access to that docket right now, but pencil yourself in for around that time. And we'll
Okay.
put this up once we get through the motion to disqualify, which will be on the 23rd. Okay? So, but let's try to work our way towards that date, and get this thing in front of a jury and get it resolved one way or the other. Okay? What else can we
Sounds good, Your Honor. Thank you. I think that's everything on your agenda, Your Honor. I was following along on your scheduling order.
Mr. Cosgrove, anything else?
I just have one minor issue that I'd like to raise. It's not a big one. For some reason, Your Honor, Judge Doolin entered an order that all filings in this case were to be paper copies. I'm not sure why he entered that order, but I do find sometimes that when we are close to a deadline, I am close to a deadline, that taking a special run over to Norfolk Superior Court to deliver a paper copy is a lot less convenient than being able to do it electronically.
I would read Judge Doolin's order to be a paper copy has to be filed. If you're up against a deadline and you have to email it in so we have it to prepare, that's fine, but a paper copy is going to have to be put in the file at some point. But
That's fine.
if there's a deadline set,
If that's Your Honor's interpretation, I can certainly
as long as it's
comply with that.
Attorney Braden, Attorney Betterow, and I have it,
That'd be a big help. I agree with it, Your Honor. Thank you.
But make sure a paper copy gets filed so that it, I'm not even sure that, Mr. Braden, you can correct me because it's been a while since I sat in a criminal session in Suffolk. I don't think the Suffolk Clerk's Office takes electronic filings, do they?
No, they don't, Your Honor. Norfolk does, Suffolk doesn't.
All right, so right now this is a Norfolk docket, so you're going to continue to file there, but if you file electronically to the parties, circulating the documents that way, that's fine.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
If it's a day late, it's a day late. You don't need to drive to Norfolk to get the paper filed that day. As long as it's electronically filed, followed by a paper file, that's fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, anything else we can do today?
Not for the Commonwealth. Thank you very much, Your Honor, for your time.
So let me ask you one more question before we go. Are all the papers that I need for the disqualification motion filed?
No, Your Honor. Just a couple of hours ago, Mr. Cosgrove, I think, filed a response that, frankly, we had anticipated earlier, but we filed something addressing that yesterday, which I don't know if the court has seen or not. And Mr. Cosgrove filed something today. We've perused it. I believe I'm going to want to file just a brief reply in the next 10 days or so.
Brief reply. We have lots of.
I'll do my best.
Lots of paper already in this.
I may have an additional filing as well, but it'll be well within the 10 days that Mr. Betterow speaks of.
I know that the civil rules have already been brought into play here in the pleadings here, that they don't apply, but there is that motion reply, sir reply, and that's it. You can file what you need to file, but
Yes.
it just doesn't. It's got to end at some point. All right. So file what you need to file. I want everything filed 10 days prior to the hearing. Okay. So no filings will be accepted on the disqualification issue unless there's new evidence after 1/13. Let's get this thing squared up and ready to be decided that day, or argued that day, decided shortly thereafter.
Yes.
All right. Anything else we can do?
It's good, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. I'll as soon as I get to Suffolk and I have a better idea where we're going to sit, I will give you folks notice as to the time and the actual time of the hearing and the courtroom in which we'll be. That'll be an in-person hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Betterow, do you intend to be there in person?
I will. Yes.
Excellent. Because Zoom is a little difficult when some people are hybrids are difficult. Let's put it
Yes.
that way. Okay. That's all we have today. Thank you very much. Margaret, you can close it up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, folks. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. You heard it. I'll recap it. We'll watch the replay. Then we'll take it home, and then you'll see me live again at 7 o'clock, where I'll be talking with Social Change Warrior, and we'll digest those happenings, filings. There's a lot to talk about. All right. So my name is Grant Smith Ellis. Where are we going to begin? Let's begin by talking about what just happened. So we have a trial date in the Aidain Turtleboy Kearney case. All right. I repeat, we have a trial date, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. Thank you, Grant,
Tommy,
for that. Hey, there we go. If you all get a
Tommy,
second,
we did it.
we did it. You're killing me, lady. If y'all get a quick second, pop over to Grant's channel, tell him you said hi, give him a like, subscribe. I mean, he's doing it. So, hey, there's my girl, Carrie's. Good to see you. So glad you're here. What happened? Kicked the can down the road, but they did set a trial date for freaking December 2nd. Was it the 2nd? Or what, December?
I
Was it
believe so.
December?
I like that judge.
Yeah. But they have
thought-
they're throwing dates out like November and December. December 1st is the court date. So you're on a plane already? Man. Don't get sunburned. I'll be pissed.
I did like that judge though. I thought he seemed pretty fair, and
Yes.
he seemed like he really was not wanting to deal with Cosgrove's BS.
Well, did he know about Cosgrove's BS to begin with? Right? If he knows about it, then he's kind of allowing it. He didn't smack him around today. He
I don't
should
think
have.
I don't think he necessarily knew about, like, he was being really firm on, okay, do not file something 10 days past the date it's due.
Why didn't the judge say, deal with it, come back in a month? Like that. Come back in a month. All right, and a month later, how are we doing? You getting more discovery? You got it all, blah blah. Because they're just getting bits and pieces of discovery. Then that's not good. Because you can't. They do it on purpose to screw you up.
Right. And that's where I think the judge was being pretty fair about it and telling Cosgrove, like, have it done,
Yes.
get your job done, do your job. He won't stand, like Cosgrove was saying, it's too much of a hassle for me to drop off the paperwork.
Yeah.
Well-
What's that all about? Dude, you can email it, I'm pretty sure, as long as it gets filed. That's the
Well, no.
big thing with the paper copy, because they only take paper copies at that court.
Yeah.
Can you believe
But
that?
I thought he was a pretty fair judge, just decent and telling Cosgrove, just do your job. Just get the paperwork done, get it turned in. If you got to file electronically first and then drop off the paper, they just want the paper in the file. That's it.
Simple as that. Now, why is that so hard? I mean, you didn't go to what, 8 years of school after school on top of it? What's it take to be a
Well,
lawyer? 8 years?
did you look at the stack of crap that he covered up with a blue sheet?
Listen, just think of the stuff that we don't know about. Right?
Oh,
Think
I'm
of that.
sure.
Like,
Yeah. I'm sure Krusty will be doing a lot of work for him soon.
they better provide those hyperlinks back to that Discord.
Right.
Yeah. Unreal. All righty, my girl. Listen, enjoy the day. It was piss of having you on.
Yes. It finally stopped snowing.
You're killing me with the snow.
And then we're supposed to get more snow tomorrow.
Oh, so where she lives, what she gets comes our way. So it sucks. She gives us a heads up on what's coming our way. We're getting snow, peeps.
Did you guys
Oh
get the
my.
7.5 inches yet?
No, we're supposed to get that tonight. It feels like snow. Type in snow weather. Let's find out what's going to happen. All right. Real quick weather update for everybody.
Well,
All right.
yesterday,
Saturday, 40 is the high, 22 is the low, 22% precipitation. Sunday,
yesterday,
38.
we
Wait a minute.
were-
40. You know, I can go fishing tomorrow. Wind 7 miles an hour. I can deal with that.
yeah, then you guys aren't really getting the weather that we've had. Yesterday
No.
was negative 21 when I got the kids off to school,
Oh.
and now today it's 30 and snowing.
All right. So they're saying Tuesday we're going to get snow. Wednesday we're going to get snow. Thursday we're going to get snow. So that's what you're getting now then, right? Because it takes, what, 3
Must-
days?
Yeah, it's usually like 3 days later you guys are getting what we
Nice. Well, our girl here, Glock, is going to be in freaking Miami Beach in a freaking bikini, sweating. Think about that when you guys are shoveling. She's sweating. Where's the AC, you know? All righty. I think we had a good show. Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
There you are.
That was
Hey,
weird. I'm not
I know, huh?
weird. It's I need to adjust my antennas, I probably, and
Oh, yeah,
the
that
snow
definitely
needs
do
to
it.
stop.
Oh, really good point. I'd like to read this. All right. And this is really, really, really good point. And there's a lot of knowledge that goes into this. So listen up. There's something in here, people. Aidan has to walk on eggshells for the next year. Think about it. From now until his trial, he's going to walk on eggshells. Think about that. Horrible. Right? That's not, there's more. This is problematic considering he's out on bail. That gives people a chance to just go at him. And he can't respond. So someone can go up to him and like push him. He can't respond because he's on bail. That's if he goes out drinking, he can't drive. Like not even one beer. He can't have one beer with the meal. Nothing. Like that's how. And he knows all this stuff. So like he's gonna be on this bail for a long time. Think about that. If he gets pulled over speeding, he's gonna be in a panic attack. I would. He's on bail. He don't want to go back. Yeah, like you almost looking to make a scapegoat. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I feel bad for Aiden. I hope people don't sit there and try to trigger him.
I hope he has the ability to record like in an instant, so that like if someone says something or comes on him or whatever reason, and you know, with all this bullshit, he said, she said, right? You kind of understand why people start recording conversations because there's so much of that going on. They can't keep track of who's saying what about who, so they have to record the conversations.
He just needs to remember to say that he is recording. So that way people know that he's recording instead of now all this crap that's coming out about the recording with
The recording. Oh my God. You know, if he recorded that for himself, I don't know if that's against the law. If he records it for his own like memory. So if you go to college and you go to the professor's giving a lecture and you record it, same thing, right?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I know in Minnesota it's a one-party state.
But again, right, the Mass has strict laws about recording. they've strict laws against drunk driving. They got strict laws against taking a life.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Those don't. That's the problem. These rules, the rules are for you, not for me. That's how the upper echelon will say. That's how they operate, and it ain't right.
No, it's
And
not right.
slowly but surely, it's coming apart.
All
So,
we can do is pray and pray
yep.
and pray that Aidan gets free and is done with all this bull crap, and pray that John O'Keefe will get justice, because we all know who did it.
Mm-hmm.
We all know who took that man's life. It just, these people just need to look
Listen,
at.
Aiden needs to be really careful because the Commonwealth's really trying to get him, right? Like, they won't give him evidence. They won't give him stuff he needs to defend himself, but they want him bad, right? Like, everything that he does, he's got to be careful it's not a setup from the state, from Tully, from anybody. Do you know what I mean? He's got to be so careful that even if he goes out to eat, that it's not an incident, right?
Right.
Even if he's not responsible for it, just that must be. I can't imagine the nerves he must have to. I go out in public and people know me. They start talking to me, take pictures with me when I'm out just getting supermarket stuff. They come up to me all the time.
Now, if everybody looks at the upside to the trial being in December, what happens in November?
Nothing,
The
because everyone.
election. The
Oh,
election.
Oh, bingo! I forgot about that. Oh, the
So
election.
the election is in November.
So
This
the problem
trial
with that
starts
is,
in December.
right.
Bye, Meatball.
Yep, and the thing come out today. A bunch of people endorsed that lady we were talking about. She got endorsements from a bunch of people that are local, like Trish Boyden from the Selectmen in Canton endorsed her. Yep.
As long as anybody gets in there besides Meatball, I think it's gonna be fair game. Like, Aiden's gonna be good. Aiden's gonna be safe, in my opinion.
Well, I don't know how that works. If she wins, can she come in and say we're not prosecuting him? First thing, does she have that power?
I would think anybody that
Listen, RVA, how do you handle that? Even knowing you don't even have to cause the problem. Look at this. Even if it's nothing that you did. Horrible way to live. I'm sorry you got to live that way, bud. I don't know how you do it. My stomach would be tied up in knots. Honestly, I don't know how you do it.
I wouldn't leave my house.
Well, you see, love gets him through it right there. He's got 3 kids. He knows what love is. There you go. You got it.
Okay, so RVA, if you say you're on bail, if somebody came up to you, punched you, hit you, whatever, kicked you, and you defended yourself, they go and try to get you charged, but you were only defending yourself. You did not be the first move. The other person was. Will you still get in trouble for that?
So she's saying, RVA,
Does that make sense?
like if you go out and in there's trouble, will you get in trouble just by you being there? See, he won't see. He'll see. He would take the punch and walk home. He wouldn't even respond. He would just walk away from it because that's the level of fear they have in you. If he does anything, even if he swung back, bye, you're gone. He can't.
Right. But what if they lied on you? Like if they lie, even if
There you go. Stop.
That's what I'm.
Exactly the problem we're trying to fix right here. And it's not a Karen Reed problem. It's not necessarily an Aidain problem. They're just great examples of the system that's broken. Bingo. You just nailed it. Think about a DA that has a friggin' special spot in his heart just for you. Tells this, go do this, go get him, do this.
Right.
Mm.
Everybody just has to pray.
Yep. And just be smart about it. RVA's being smart. He's not going out. He's playing smart. If he knows there's trouble, he walks away. That's all he can do, right? And unfortunately, that's how he has to live. And it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. And they have, and you know, like I'm being told, they have the time and the money to set him up. They have a whole. They have from now almost a whole year right now. They have a year to do another op on him. Like they threw this one girl at him, then threw another girl at him, and threw another girl at him.
Well, and sometimes they can even do like even if Aidain was to get a traffic stop. I mean, it depends on what your probation or
Right.
you know, if you have to remain law abiding, even a traffic stop can take his bail away.
I can't imagine the anxiety that would happen if just seeing the lights behind me because you don't know if they're coming to get you to pull you out to take you away.
Right.
You don't know that. Or like, hey, you just ran through a stop sign. Oh, you don't even know. That I couldn't do it.
I couldn't either.
No way. So hey, Peppa's here. Hey, lady. Hey, you never guess what they did. They kicked the can down the road. We're going to November, December.
It's December.
The
beginning of December. I just can't remember exact date.
Yeah. Man. You know, they got that's hey, checkmate on that one there, buddy. That's a checkmate move. They got you there. Wow.
How can Brian Walsh be going through a trial right now for
without a body? You mean that?
Well, yeah, and so quick.
I could charge him. Charge you. We're charging everybody.
But how can he go to trial so quick when Aidain has been battling this for how long and he can't even go to trial and he didn't do anything?
They can't even get their phones back yet and they already have a copy of them.
Right.
Donkey, $20. RVA is a better person than myself. Love you guys and gals. Donkey, I'm telling you, my stomach would be all. You guys are stronger than me. I couldn't do it, but man, I know it can be done.
Thank you, Donkey. Hey, Donkey, I seen you over in Grant's chat when you were supposed to be monitoring our chat.
He's giving Grant a little bit of love over there. Please, everybody give Grant love. He let us use his stream today. He put the work in. He did the work, and you know he deserves a like and a thumbs up, maybe a subscription. But he's not a bad type of guy. That's all. And it's Christmas, and we're all supposed to be nice to each other. Even if that's the reason, do it. We're all supposed to be nice anyway. But it's Christmas.
I still think he could be an auctioneer.
No, he was going today. I mean, he was in that rhythm right down. Yeah. So, Cop's daughter, I'd love to see you here. But yeah.
Donkey threatened me. He said I'm supposed to get stitches because I snitched.
Donkey just went out and he's playing mechanics, playing NASCAR. He went and did the fuel filter and came back. cop starters. Good to see you here. Good to see everybody here. I'm glad everybody's here. So they have a date for Aidain, December 2nd. Donna, oh my goodness, Donna, thank you so much. Wow, Donna, thank you very much. I'm blessed.
Donkey asked for a link.
You guys can make me cry.
Don't cry.
Copy.
Dry your eye. Oh, now the snowplow decides to go past my house after I already had to drive to the doctor. You know, I went to the doctor this morning and it's only supposed to take me like 15 minutes to get there. It took me an hour.
That's not good.
The roads were horrible.
And you driving that no problem, you know, like swerving around and stuff. You're good with that?
I could barely go up a hill. I was like, the car did not want to go.
So let's let's check something out here. You guys want to see something pretty wrong?
No, I want to see something pretty right.
Cape Cod officer on paid leave after alleged domestic assault at the bar. Police officer on paid administrative leave after he allegedly assaulted and threatened a woman he was previously in a relationship with, reportedly threatening, "I could kill you right now." If this guy was in a bar with his gun, he should be done.
Hey, here's my theory, or my thoughts. Fuck these police officers, pardon my French, that get put on paid leave for breaking the law. But any person that is not a police officer that breaks the law and loses their job, do they get paid leave? No. So it is so wrong in so many ways.
Mass law.
If I went and did that, or if you went and did that, or anybody in the chat went and did that, and they would lose their job, they would not get paid leave.
Yeah, I was right. This is what I remember. Check this out.
Bullshit.
RVA, thank you very much. But check this out. Section 10H, carrying a loaded firearm while under the influence of liquor, marijuana, narcotic drugs, depressants, stimulant, or toxic vapor substances, punishment. Whoever's in effect licensed under the Section 140 carries and control in a vehicle a loaded firearm, as defined, under the influence, as defined, smelling or inhaling fumes, as defined, shall be punished by a fine of not more than $5,000 or by imprisonment in the House of Correction for not more than 2.5 years, or by such fine and imprisonment. All right, let's get my donkey boy up here. Here he is.
Oh,
What up,
hey.
big guy? How are you?
I'm busy.
Not
How
right.
you guys doing?
Doing pissa.
Yeah?
What do you
Hi,
think?
donkey.
What do you think about today?
Oof. Kicking the can down the road?
Yep.
We'll see.
That's all we're doing again. But they did put a trial date, so there's we know where the end of the road is, at least. But that could change.
Everything that happens in Mass, I don't trust anymore.
Is
I'm
it
sorry.
that bad from the looking from the outside? Is it that
Yeah.
bad? Because we take a lot of the stuff just as face value and say yeah, and we just keep going. We can't see it because we're in it, you know. It's around us.
Besides the other, like the videos that I watch with Karen Reed and Turbo and so on and so forth, I watch other videos, and a lot of people put on, the Cop Watch or you
Yeah.
know, the First Amendment auditors.
Yeah.
A lot of mass people on there, there's a lot of cops that have a mentality like they don't give a fuck. Protective service is not
No.
something that is in their oath, I guess you can say.
You're absolutely correct in that. It is not. That is not their job. Their job is to make money. So if you have to work midnight to 8 tonight, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you call in sick, I'm not going
Mm-hmm.
into work tonight. They have to call every single person on the list. Then they have to offer it back to you. The shift that
Yeah.
you just banged into. Now, if it got offered to you once,
Mm-hmm.
they go through the list again. And when it gets back to you the second time, that's double time. And you're getting paid your sick day, midnight to 8 that you banged in for.
I called it sick.
And you
So that
can
means
work. Yeah, you
I'm not
can
coming
work
in.
your shift that you banged in for at double time.
Hold on.
Think about
But
this.
I called it sick already, so I'm not
You
coming
did.
in.
No. You called in sick. You're not. That's right. That shift, your donkey shift, midnight to 8,
You donkey.
erasing it. It's open. We got to fill it.
Yeah.
So the board's empty. They have to call every single person. But by the contract that they have to call you. And they offer it to you. And you say, you know what? It got to me. I'm going to deny it because it's going to come back to me again. Right?
The rules in mass are to protect government officials, but not the citizens.
So here's where it gets bad. You ready? So
Yeah.
you bang in. They go through the list.
We're banging in the list.
Right.
No, I'm sorry.
Coming around again. Double time now. But
Double time.
Noodles takes the shift at time and a half. A double time.
Because I'm playing
Noodles'
Donkey Kong.
I am
No,
beating Noodles' ass right now.
There you go. Now you have a beef with her, don't you?
Yeah.
But she don't
Noodles
she
got
don't
beat.
care. But that's the problem. Listen, that's the game that they play in the police station between each other. And the people you're playing with,
a game.
the people that you're playing with have guns, okay? And they can shoot you.
I want to play with guns.
Think about that.
I got you, Noodles. We'll meet up.
Okay.
We'll
You know how
talk
many
later.
accidental discharges happen in police stations?
No, I get it. And
Like
there's so many
through
discharges
the
in
cop's
the military
locker that owes them money that just screwed them. Yeah.
I've had so many discharges that happen in the military, even with higher ranking people. So yeah, I get it. Accidents do happen.
Yep.
Sometimes we just don't. I've never had it, but I get it.
How's Brutus? We worried about Brutus. Brutus is a big boy. Thank you so much, Pepper, for the $20. Thank you very much.
So cops are kind of like prostitutes.
For money. For money. Yes.
Okay,
Hey.
if you look at it, we're technically all of us are some way, somehow just whores. Because we have to serve somebody in order to make money.
Yep.
All right. So I like the bucket. I like it. I like the timing. But anyways, so we have to serve somebody in order to make money, unless you're making money for yourself, which is the American way. So
but a friend of mine said to me, who do you think you are that you can go out and make your own money?
Amen to that.
Yeah, man, you get that, right? That's deep. You get it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I get it.
Listen, that whole protect and serve shit ain't happening. It's about money, and it's about screwing the next person.
I've always said, like, if you see all these channels that, like, you know, officers, not all of them, but some of them protect or do protect the First Amendment or Second Amendment, you know, the Constitution of the United States, but you do have some that don't protect But hold on, why not sue the school?
Is it that they don't know it? Like they don't know it, maybe themselves? Maybe they weren't instructed enough about it or explained it in a way they can maybe understand a little bit differently. Listen, or maybe they just don't give a shit and they're gonna do whatever they want because they have a gun and a badge.
I've met and still friends with a lot of great cops, and I donate to a lot of the, to charities and or
Mhm.
the Thin Blue Line. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But once in a while, you get those few. I got pulled over one time in the town I live in because I had a Chrysler 300 with rims on it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
every military person likes to decorate their vehicles.
Sure.
It's just how we are.
It's different.
You know,
This one's
if
mine.
if there's a new car coming out, a military person has it. It's just the way it is.
Yep.
In the area we live in, I just got pulled over because going through a yellow light because of the rims. I've done that so many times in front of cops.
The rims trigger the lights.
No, the rims trigger drug dealer.
Oh, so they pop you for that?
Yeah.
That's
And I
they
had
can't
my daughter in
profile.
the car at the time, but as soon as I showed that military ID,
You can't
stop the sun.
profile. You got to say that's a nice truck. A lot of work
But
went
sir,
into it and stuff. Like
but sir, that's the world we live in. You
Yeah.
can't. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but we can't. That's the world we live in.
that was a big thing when I was in the academy with profiling. Like you just can't do that. Like the whole case will get chucked. Even if the guy got another, you can't. So
But okay, if they don't teach you in school, what about your peers, or not your peers, but your leadership? Everything falls back on leadership, just like us as parents.
well, it does,
We
and
send our kids out there to live in the world, and if we can tell, through videos and just other people's word that your kid's acting like an idiot or not being respectful, it falls back on leadership.
listen. I'll tell you, there's something not right. I went to the academy, and then graduated on like a Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Friday night, they called me and asked if I wanted a shift, midnight to 8. I just graduated like at 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'll take the shift, right,
Mm-hmm.
dude? There is nothing. They get here. You're in the here. They threw the keys at me. You're in 306. Beat it. Get out of here. Don't touch the radio. Get lost.
Sorry,
Like
my
don't
dog's
come back
beating me
until
up.
8 o'clock in the morning. That's it. Like so. No leadership from the top there. Just
Don't worry. Minnesota doesn't have any leadership either. Look at what Wacky Walls is doing right
Oh.
now.
Everything is based on leadership. That's it. How you're raised, like hate, racism, everything else is not like built into you. I'm sorry, my dog's pulling me right now.
no, it's all right.
It's
Oh.
not built into you. It's taught into you. Would you fucking stop?
Listen, I got a question for you.
I'm so sorry.
And noodles.
Yeah.
Noodles?
Listen, we have a date now. Aidain
Where are
has
you
a
taking
date.
me?
December 3rd.
Sorry.
Listen,
Sorry.
you guys can make it in one day. Not a big deal. Nice. Hi, how are you? Are you
It's
good?
Colby. No, he's all
Oh,
good. He's biting me.
he's a good boy.
Donkey
good
road
boy.
trip to Massachusetts.
Yeah, dude. You got to come to the trial.
I just got a lot of shit going on. I can't separate
In
myself. I got the
December.
grandkids.
It's almost a year, dude. It's a year from now.
I know, dude. The grandkid is tying
I
me up
know.
a
We have
lot.
a thing called the internet. You can see him through the internet. Pretty cool.
I do want to come. I actually do want to come up by you guys.
Donkey, I'm a single mom with 3 children, and I'm willing to flee my children to go to Massachusetts.
Yeah, she's looking for a reason. Don't even say that.
Bye, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goodbye,
Listen,
Felicia.
just at least think about it, guys. Think about it. I have a road trip. I'm waiting for the go ahead.
I will
Yeah.
I will talk with Noodles, and there's a couple other
Oh.
people in Wisconsin that do support, Karen Reed and Tommy. So
Yeah. Make a
we'll
trip
talk
out of
some
it,
more.
dude. Maybe rent a van. Everyone pitch in and rent a van. You get
Oh,
3,
yeah.
4 people out there. Stop, pick up someone on the way. Make it
I
a
got
good. Listen, you guys live one time. That's it. We only live once. That's
Amen.
one time.
Amen.
One turn. Let's make fun of
Amen.
it. Make it make the most enjoyable. Let's just let's freaking party our way out. You know.
And
I think
my
it'll be
son,
good.
who is a turtle rider as well, is 16. He'll be the sober cab.
Bingo.
Ooh,
You're driving.
don't bring your kid. No, not on this trip.
Listen, at least think about it, guys, because
No,
you know.
I definitely want to come out there. I've been telling before even Boston Mike too. Like I told Mike, I wanted to come out there for the longest time just because. But even before the fear, even coming out there, it's just like what the hell am I going to expect? Should I bring bail money?
No. We
But
would
at
never.
the same
No, we
time,
would
too,
never let nothing like that happen to you guys. I
no,
promise.
I get it. But at the same time, too, it's just time and life, and I got a grandkid that
But
I
you
would
know
give my
what?
life for.
But you know what? They may come to you and say, "What was it like to go do this?"
Brother, I've been all over the world, and I've done a lot.
Tell us. But the day's gonna come when they're gonna say, "Tell us about Karen Reed." You're gonna say, "Well, let me tell you this," because you've been here. Though you know, like.
Yes, sir.
Wait till
Yes,
they get
sir.
older and they come to you, and then you're gonna say, "You know what? Me and Noodles took off, went to Boston. You actually went there? No way." See?
I've
Telling
been
you.
telling my kids since they couldn't believe that I was so invested in the trial. Like
Oh yeah,
they
it was.
absolutely loved
Wait,
how invested I was. But I've been
where's
telling
Will?
them since day one, your mom, your kids are going to see that your mom is in the history books. You're going to see the YouTube pop-ups where it says Noodles Mama on the screen.
Yep. It's just a thought because
Nobody's gonna see Noodles or Donkey.
at the
They're
end of the
gonna
day, right?
remember. They're gonna remember the bigger people. Not putting shade towards anybody at all. They're gonna remember the bigger people that
Yes.
that went through the shit and still through the waves. They're gonna remember those people. Even though we all did, but they're gonna remember the bigger people.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah,
Cool.
definitely. I so wanted to come down to for Halloween. I honestly did.
Well,
But
we got
Donkey, if you would
almost.
have listened to me, we could have been there on verdict day. If you would have
I don't
listened to
listen.
me.
I don't listen. I'm sorry.
Obviously, we could have been there on verdict day.
I don't listen. But I
So
don't listen.
listen, maybe we can get some people, right? And I'll fly out there and we'll all drive back. We'll get a van.
No. I got it. I got a
Eight,
CDL. I know how to drive. I
8
know how to do
passenger
all that.
van. Well, then we'll get a friggin' bus with air brakes. We'll rent the
Brother,
bus.
if
We'll
we
rent
get
a
a
coach.
bus, we are never showing up.
Dude, we'll get
We
a
might
coach
end up
and
in
we will
Mexico.
just friggin' right.
Mexico?
No.
Margarita?
We go the other way.
No. Okay.
I
Do you
know people
ski?
that have party buses.
Listen, do you ski? If you come up here in December, January, we go skiing.
Sir, I'm not a white person. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I don't know. I see you as athletic though, like football
I am
athletic.
very
And
athletic.
they're good skiers, so I
I've
just
done
figured I'd
skiing,
check.
track, MMA, or amateur stuff in the military, but I do all that, but I don't ski.
Yeah, well, it's fun. You'd like it. I think you'd like it. It's so beautiful to look down and
Oh,
see
I tried
everything.
it.
It's nice. It's not that steep.
Okay,
No,
Donkey,
I've
put you
been
on a snowboard.
no, no. I've been in Afghanistan. I've seen snow down the mountain. I'm good.
Okay, that's yep. They have forever
I'm good.
snow there. The glaciers, there's like glaciers over there. My
Oh,
goodness.
yeah.
Wow.
But no, with
Well-
the whole situation, everything going on, you know, I know we kind of, get off track a little bit, but this whole, like, today's trial, it's just what?
Right.
What?
Listen, I was reading the documents, man. They said that he raped her.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Great.
Yeah. He said that that's what is in the report. She doesn't have any defensive wounds on her. She didn't report that as a crime. Tully did on his own.
The cops dismissed it.
The cop said maybe she was incapable of making her own decision. How can you make that determination?
You don't.
You can't.
It's just dragging it on.
And
well, was it Brian Welsh, the case that's going on right now?
yeah, Brian
Right?
Walsh. Yeah, did no body. Don't worry about it.
How
Murder.
quick did he get a case?
He's in it now. Yeah.
Exactly. So how long is Turtle Boy shit been going on?
This will be what, 3 years? 4 years. 4 years maybe? It'll be 4 years before he sees a judge.
So
wow, dude. Tell me they're not trying to get money out of him. They're soaking him for all the money. All the money.
So
That's
how
what I was
dare
talking about earlier. It doesn't make any sense that Brian Walsh is going through trial right now when he unalived his wife, put her wherever, and he's going through trial. But Aidain has not gone through trial, and he didn't do anything wrong.
So tell
They
me
just keep
where's
trying
the
to build.
conflict? Tell me where's the conflict. If I'm paying, if I was a DA and I hate Aidain, and I'm paying Cosgrove to take the case, right? Because Mello's already gone.
Right.
and
But
I'm paying
he's kind of
Cosgrove.
floating. Wait a minute, Mello's floating out there. He's still kind of floating, right? He was charged, so he's kind of, but he's part of this. He's relevant. He's got
yes,
documents that they need.
You cannot pay somebody, right? You cannot pay somebody and not be conflicted out or conflicted without like prejudice. You
Right,
know what I'm
because it's
saying?
money. Yeah, because it's the money is what ties them together. The money's what, yeah.
Exactly. The
Yes.
money ties them together.
Yes.
So why isn't anybody picking up the case? Why is the U.S. attorney? Why is the U.S.
Is the
attorney
money
picking
worth
up the
it?
case?
Is the money worth it?
They're gonna drag it out. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. And then the whole bullshit with Karen Reed's phone,
Yeah.
dragging it
Well,
out.
yeah. Like, how's that even relevant? Would they
And you know what's
they
funny?
may get a
It's
charge
not her
out of
first
it.
phone. It's not her first phone. It's the second phone they picked up.
That
the
they had a
second-
copy of already. Idiots. Oh my God.
Well, even though they had the phone to pick it up, they have access to the phone itself.
Right.
But
Right.
this is not the phone they had originally. This is I think it was the second phone they had after they arrested her for when they
Yes,
two
second
other
time.
charges.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Wow,
So-
man.
How's that not biased?
No, it is. It's everything.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get you on, killing Officer John O'Keefe, but
right.
we're gonna get you on, Texas with Aidain.
Yeah,
that's not gonna help.
Yeah, we got to figure this out.
There's nothing to figure it out.
It's got
just-
to be an out.
We had to sit here and let it play out because this is fucking.
No,
this is
you
dumb.
know what I think we need to do? I really think we need to do.
Mexico.
I think we need to make this bigger than Karen Reed.
Margaritas, tacos.
I think we need to make this bigger than Karen Reed because this is more than a First Amendment. This is like the First and the Fourth Amendment.
This is corruption, sir. This is
Yeah.
corruption. This is.
I mean, how
yes,
bad
it
does
has
he
to
have
do with
to
the
get?
Constitution.
And
Yes.
better yet, he's a journalist, and I don't think that in itself is being reported enough. He can be.
Corruption.
He's reporting. He's writing stories and reporting them to an audience. I would pretty much consider him a journalist. If you did that, like he did that every day,
No,
or
I
once a
believe it
week or twice a
100%.
week.
Regardless what judge and other,
They-
Aidain was doing something that the news media that
wasn't
you know,
doing. That's right.
that was bought that wasn't doing.
Right.
They were reporting on what Karen was doing wrong or what Aidain was doing wrong, but not what the Commonwealth was doing wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only reason these people
why-
are having such an issue with Aidain's reporting is because of the verbiage that Aidain uses.
Yep.
That's the only reason.
Yep.
If Aidain,
Okay, listen, you might not like Aidain. You might not like his verbiage. You might not like anything at all. But beggars cannot be choosers, right? If I sit there and say, hey, I smoke menthol cigarettes and I want a cigarette, no matter what, and you give me a regular cigarette, it's like beggars can't be choosers, right?
you're going to smoke that bitch.
No, he's gonna yell at me for not having
Calm down,
menthol.
girl. Calm down, okay?
He's gonna yell at us for not having menthol because it's our fault. That's what they're trying to
He's
say.
going through a lot of shit. He's picked some bad fucking people. Aidain has said some stupid shit. But Aidain, at the end of the fucking day, exposed a lot of this, what was going on in Karen Reed's case. No
Mhm.
matter what.
Listen, I've been there. I said some bad shit
The
about
lawyers- listen,
Caitlin
the
Albert.
lawyers-
Like I apologize for my end of that shit. Like the shit I said about Caitlin. Like I apologize. Yeah, I said a whole bunch of stuff, but I apologized about that. Right? That was a problem. And we on YouTube, we all have these problems. Everyone has these bumps. Brian has the bumps. Mike Crawford has bumps. Aidain even has bumps. YouTube is a hard thing. It's hard to do YouTube, and people don't realize that there's no manual to this, and we're just kind of figuring it out as we go along.
We are
You know?
who we are.
Right.
And how we conduct ourselves by ourselves in public
Mm-hmm.
shows you who we are deep inside. Even joking. Like if
Right.
I joke with you and I'm telling you jokes, that's how we feel deep inside. Even though it's a joke, that's how we feel deep inside.
Right.
Now, I'm nobody to sit here and judge, but
And
I
that
would
too, right?
never judge, but I will be curious on why.
Well, again, right? You can't fix people's heads in the decisions that they make. If they choose the
hell
left,
no.
and if they choose the right, you can't criticize because hey, they at least made a decision.
That's why
Granted-
we have opinions.
Granted, listen, it's called life. We all make them decisions that are wrong. I make them every
Everybody's gonna
day,
be different. Oh yeah.
right?
I've
mean, I'm
made
not-
so
I'm-
many
I
bad
am a
mistakes.
complete angel. I don't know what you two are talking about, but I am an angel.
We're doing it all. We're doing
Oh,
all.
sorry.
We'll do extra just for you, okay? We'll take over what you're not doing. But yeah, no.
I'm in my shop, you know. this is-
Everyone tries. I believe everyone tries to do the right thing every day
we
until
do.
there's
do.
something that they and listen. I've seen a lot of fake people out there. I've seen it with my own eyes,
Yes, sir.
and they're crashing now. They're all crashing down. I'm the same dude I
Eventually-
was back in the day. I haven't changed.
Karma does catch up to us, and I do believe in
and
karma. It has catch up
it's
to
been-
me.
2 years people been lying, putting up a charade of a mask of who they want people to think they are.
I don't give a shit
And-
about that.
And again, I can only control me, so I only focus
sir.
on me, and that's it.
You're gonna say what you gotta say. As long as you're respectful, you can't not control everybody else's feelings.
That's right.
And everybody else gets offended by a lot of things. And nobody's
So-
perfect. We lived the life. We made mistakes. We are who we are right now because we lived it. We learned it. We moved on.
So listen, bud. Speaking
sir.
about that, right? In order
I
to
knew
do
it.
that,
I
you
knew
kind
it.
of got to be okay with yourself, and then you got to kind of be okay with with
You
the guy
have to be
upstairs.
okay with yourself. You have to be
So,
okay with the things
every
you've done
6
wrong in your
months,
past.
every 6 months, we have I
Sorry.
don't even know I should be telling you guys this. There's a
Then
group
don't.
of there's a gathering every 6 months. There's a gathering of like
A little naughty.
14 to 18 guys that
What?
are all sober, and they get prime rib that they cut off the bone. Like they get a whole big thing of prime rib and they cook it, and the nuns own the land in the house. It sleeps 14 people, dude. The house is massive. It's a big, huge A-frame.
When
And
is this? I'll go anywhere for good
it-
prime rib.
Yeah. Yes.
but no.
Amen.
Downstairs they have a chapel that's been blessed, so they're allowed to give communion downstairs. So we get to go to church downstairs in the same building that we're sleeping in upstairs.
But,
So-
I mean, so there's
so-
people out there that do different things for
So
achievements in life.
that's it, it's a retreat, spiritual retreat. So that's where I get okay with myself and get okay with the guy upstairs.
All
So
right. Everybody's got their own different things. But at the
it's
end of the
happening
day,
now. It's happening now. And you're cute and everything, and Noodles is cute, but I'm kind of thinking about that. I'm already there.
I want to
Mentally
That's
there.
why I'm already thinking about steak right now. But
That's a
at
good
the
thing,
end of-
Tom.
we are-
You gotta have your where you feel is the best and easiest connection for you
Well,
to
it's-
be
it's
in
so
that
easy.
spot. And if that's your place,
Oh my God,
that's
it's
an
heaven.
awesome place.
It really is. It. I've went there during the week, walked in, went downstairs and prayed with the nuns at 3 o'clock every day. I think at 3 o'clock every day around the world, every single nun says prayers at the same time around the world. Every nun, they all say the same prayer. So if it's 3 in the morning where you are, doesn't matter. You're getting up and you're saying these prayers. I got to sit with the nuns when they did that. When they say them prayers, they allow me to sit with them.
That's
everybody's
awesome.
different.
That
Everybody's
is
different.
it's I can't even explain it, but
With all the bad shit I gone through my life, my grandma was the one to set me straight. How bad shit happened in my life when I was a kid.
and it happens for a
So-
reason.
But it makes you who you are, you
Right.
know? And if you choose to follow the BS or live your own life or whatever the case is, you know, if you got issues, you're going to show people who you are really. I love to joke around. Some people might not like my jokes.
Well, some people take them the wrong
But
way.
I
'cause
can't-
there's no, they don't see the context in it. You know what I'm saying?
But I can't judge them because nobody's been through my life, my experiences. You know,
And how
I
would
just-
they know? If they knew you, they would know the context. Like it would make so much more sense.
Everybody in this chat is here for you because
Mhm.
they see, you know, they see who
But
you
I see-
are as a
but I s-
person.
I see the chat here for everybody, bud. Not me.
But
It's
stop.
for everybody. Yeah.
This chat is yours. Everybody's here for you.
Well, yeah,
if
I
nobody
get that.
give a shit about you, nobody will be here. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not here for a donkey. I'm here for Tommy.
Yeah, but guys, the chat is with each other, and we're with the chat, and they're part of us.
Brother,
Like it's hard to explain,
They're
but we're
here
all
to
here.
see you.
Oh,
That's it. At the end of the day, they're here to see you. If they were here to see Glare or Mr. Tal Grant, you know,
right.
or Melody Little or Turtle Boy and whatever, they're here to see you. That's it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you're very humble. I get that. I accept it. I got you. But accept it for what it is. So now you have a responsibility to put out to everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Remember how I told you don't go down that path
And
because you're above it all?
again, and we can't stop people from going on that other road. We can't.
Brother,
They have to
we
go
are
down
who
it.
we are.
We already
But
we
can
know.
control
We know.
ourselves.
Right. We already know the road that is
Yeah.
bumpy and shit like that. No, broken. Don't go on that road. All right.
And you can preach it
And-
till you're blue in the face, but it's not going to make a
Goddamn,
bit of a difference because nobody's going to listen.
Yeah.
You
There's
just
like-
got to keep doing you, and everybody just has to keep true to themselves in order for them to be true to anybody else.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you're
have
eating.
I have like 3 people that have one way to get in touch with me, and that's it. Like there's only 3 people. So I'm going into that 3 people zone, we'll call it that. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go on a spiritual retreat and go have some fun and enjoy myself and say some prayers and
There you go.
yep, hang out with
When
some
are you
guys
going on
and I'll take some pictures.
When is this?
Right now it starts 4:00.
Sweet.
Oh,
So
Well,
I'm
you
peacing
have
out.
a great time.
I'm gonna do my best. How about that?
Make
So I
sure you
can
say
do-
lots of prayers for me. I need them.
I will.
I need all the prayers.
And
I
you know
need
what?
it.
You know what usually happens is the nuns are like, "Can you come over for a little bit?" So like me and another guy will go over there. Can you move this and put this here? And can you go put this in the shed? And the lawnmower doesn't start. And we tried it the other day. It's like so we're doing the little the light bulbs out and the light bulbs on the overhang 40 feet up. So I climb on the roof and lean down
We're gonna
and I do the light bulb that way, and they're freaking out.
You're gonna
but-
do it, and you're gonna shut
Yeah.
up, and you're gonna move
And
on. It's
that's
not
how it
about
is.
you. Not
No,
about
no.
you in this life.
It's
What
the
you
best.
accomplished and who you helped
Absolutely.
along the way.
Absolutely, it's the best part. Is it's not about me. And at the end of the day, light bulb's still working, and no one knows nothing. So,
I need a new light bulb. My ideas popped away.
I got you.
all right, guys. Listen, it's been a blast. I love you all. I want you
Hey,
all to have a
thank the
great
chat.
weekend. And
Thank you very much, Chad, for being here.
I'll
with
take some
Tommy.
pictures and
Thank
video.
you so much.
And maybe we'll talk about it Monday. You're on Monday.
Sounds perfect.
You tell me when you
Monday.
need me here.
Monday.
Got you. Got you.
All right, everybody.
Stay safe, everybody. It's a crazy
Love yous
world
all.
we live in.
Glock, she's in the air. Have a nice flight. Dave, thanks for being here, brother. Diane, Mary, RVA. Geez, everybody that's here. I appreciate it, and I thank you all very much. Pepper, Kerry, it's nice to see you guys, and I appreciate everyone that's here.
Thank you for showing up, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm here for you guys. I got them, Kerry. I got them. You worry about you. Let us know if you need anything, all right? So I know, yeah. If you need something, you let me know. We're not far away. All right, everybody.
Take care.
I love you. Lots. Bye,
Always
everybody.
ignoring me. 235. We're not ignoring you. Right here. 235. Okay.
Bingo.
I'm
All right,
sorry.
guys. Later.
All right.
Bye,
Cold mornings, cracked pavement, courthouse steps. He's there before sunrise while the world still rests. No cameras needed, no spotlight glare. Just a man with a purpose, always standing there. Facing the crowd, but the fight in his veins. Truth in his hands, pushing through the rain. Karen sees him, she knows what it means when you've got boots on the ground and you fight for your dreams. Boots on the ground, day after day, standing for truth in the hardest way. No fame, no glory, just a promise kept. Tom CPU, you never left. He don't ask for credit, don't ask for praise. Just fight in the good fight in 1,000 ways. When the cameras fade and the voices die, he's still right there, never asking why. He's got a handshake that you can trust, eyes that don't blink when it comes to us. Karen smiles because she knows it's true. She's got a soldier and his name's CPU. Boots on the ground, day after day, standing for truth in the hardest way. No fame, no hoarding, just a promise kept. Tom CPU, you never left. When the courthouse is empty and the crowd's gone home, Tom's still walking, he's never alone. 1,000 steps, a million prayers, because justice don't sleep and neither does he care.